And we're live.
Mm-hmm.
Talk amongst yourselves while I try and figure out how I actually download fucking slideshows.
Okay.
Smooth.
We're back, and there are a ton of technical issues here, so apologies.
Holy
There
shit.
is no stop share. There is no download button. Why can't things just have buttons? I've got copy link. I've got present using Chrome. Why does anyone use Chromecast to present a fucking PowerPoint?
We can skip the slides.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Found it. Okay. Download. PowerPoint. That'll do.
So uninspired. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm chilling. I'm doing good. It's good to be back. Hey, everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
Hope you guys
hey,
Chad.
I don't know, just a bunch of things at once that just happened and just wiped out everyone's plan, so it was difficult to get everything set up again. And as soon as we're back here again, perfect timing. Tech issues. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I was saying, like, yeah, fuck. It's like the universe punishing us for talking about Game of Thrones too much, where we just get the podcast gets wiped out when one of the shows comes back. Like, what the fuck? Karma.
Dude.
Totally wiped out. Yeah, sorry we've been gone for 3 weeks, guys. A lot's been going on behind the scenes. So I know my mic's hot. I'm trying to figure everything out, but the gains are all the way at the bottom. It's a whole new setup because I got a whole new world going on behind the scenes. So if it's too hot, I'll just switch to another mic I have, a backup mic. But otherwise, Platoon's trying to pull up the slides.
Yeah, and I am, and it's now saying please choose a smaller file because the size limit is 50 megabytes. The fuck?
It's some bullshit. This is why we don't run streams. This is why we just show up. Like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Well, the first topic anyway was the God of War. Yeah, the God of War TV
it's
series.
all about the image. It's all about the new screen.
Just about the screenshot.
I don't think I've ever understood the value of these slides until this very moment. Like, you need to have that
right now.
It's perfect.
Oh my god.
You know what? You're gonna just have to put up with it looking like something else. It's gonna look like that. There you go. You can see now the running order.
That'll do. Fuck it.
What? I don't
know. Which one's the real one?
I never get tired of these. Like, just seeing these guys remake into every, lone wolf and cub story that's ever existed.
It just looks bad in general. I mean, man, it looks worse than cosplay because I sent you guys like some cosplay, and dude, cosplayers look way better than this. And this is like professional studio made. Well, apparently professional studio made. I don't know what fucking professional would release this as your first image, but
It's, I don't know, man. This guy does not capture the size of Kratos, right? That's his name. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not super familiar with the series, but I know you can't really replicate that with this dude, man. Like, he just seems like half the fucking size. It's not all about size. I know he's got the look and maybe the performance is gonna be like the saving grace here, but on first impressions, it just looks soft and like uninspired.
If you want, you can look at the bottom. Yeah. All right. You managed to put it up.
I found a thing that said slideshow. Now I'm just going to have to hope that it doesn't do it automatically. How do I move the slideshow? Is that possible? Oh, it is. Yes, let's not do that. Right, cool. We're set up. We're fine.
Nice. Right. We got it.
Cool.
Yay.
Cool.
Are you unmuting to say yay and then mute again?
Yeah, we all heard that. Just be aware. We can tell.
It's this level of professionalism that you just literally get nowhere else on the internet. It's great. Yeah, so this looks like shit. So I haven't really been following it that closely. I thought they'd only announced the casting like a couple of weeks ago, and then they put out this obviously AI generated image, and then the actor, didn't he say, "Oh, it's obviously a fake," but it came out of their official social channel. So it's like, who's trying to trick who? I'm confused now.
So weird. Yeah, the guy that plays Kratos, Ryan Hurst, I think his name is, he was like, "Oh, don't believe everything you see on the internet." That's what he posted on Instagram story. I'm like, brother, it's the official channels that posted this. What the fuck do you mean? Like, I don't get this. I think that already the live action God of War there's already the contention between why are we starting at the the Norse era instead of the Greek era for Kratos. That's already one thing as well. But I don't know. I feel like you can do the Norse era, but the games already feel like movies. They're so cinematic. So
Well, you couldn't do Greek Kratos where he rips people's heads off and doesn't give a fuck and he fucks bitches. There's no way they're gonna do that. He's gonna be crying every 5 seconds, going, "Nobody likes you, Kratos." He goes, "I'm not a monster," because that's what the games are now.
If they were willing to actually commit to like gritty storylines, do you think the game would work as an adaptation?
The Greek ones or the Norse?
Just the series overall, like all the different...
The Norse one are basically fucking films because you're just most of the gameplay is just pushing forward on the analog stick as people are talking. The Greek ones, I think the first game, I think they all work as films because the story you obviously need to flesh it out. Like the first game is Kratos kills his family, gets covered in their ashes. That's why he's ghost white. Then he has to go and kill Ares, who he's a slave for. So eventually he becomes a slave, and as a slave, he's forced to kill his family. Then after that, he then gets revenge on Ares, and that's basically the first game, which you could just do as a film.
Could be a simple, nice in and out story. Then you're there. At least you connect with Kratos and everything. I think like the reason why the God of War 2018 was so well received and so liked is because you saw the evolution as Kratos as a character from the Greek era, which I don't know. I feel like this is good for. Well, I wouldn't even say this would be good for people who've seen the show, who've played the game because it looks like dog shit, but for general audiences who are just going into this not knowing anything about God of War, I think that you'll connect with Kratos less because you've not seen his struggle from the Greek era as to why it's so nice to see him with, a child taking care of this kid and why he's so, I guess, tough with the kid, especially towards gods and Atreus really wanting to fight gods and go to war and everything. It's like all of that is because you know the context of the Greek Kratos, which is why the Norse Kratos feels so good when you're playing it. It's like I think a lot of that is going to be lost when the adaptation comes out.
They would probably nerf all the character work that went into making the relationships meaningful. It reminds me of Berserk, how when they made the movie like remakes, they changed the animation.
Terrible CG ones.
Yeah, they made it CG and they shredded all the character work that led up to the three main characters actually having like a dynamic, and they just skipped everything. And I just feel like it shows they don't understand why it worked in the first place, type of thing. And this seems like it's prime for that because they get the aesthetic, they get like the hack and slash aspect, but it seems like they're gonna rush the character work that made it work. And
definitely
with a game, you have time to actually do that, so that's the difference.
Yeah, the game you have so much time.
Like he's a parent because he killed his family in the first game. It's kind of like because you know this straight away. So like he kills his family, so you can understand why his parenting is a bit different with Atreus because whoops, don't want to make that mistake again. Whereas you don't, as this Uninspired said, you don't have that context. There's a lot of context missing when you don't go through the Greek saga. Like when he he talks about killing his father and stuff because he beats Zeus to death, but like Zeus is an asshole who kind of deserves it. It's like there's loads and loads of stuff you need context, and they're just gonna assume that you've played the game, although it might be like Fallout, where if you've played the game, you'll fucking hate what they change, and if you haven't, you won't have an idea what's going on. Because do you think they will have original stories in this? Or do you think it'll be
they might try and add their own spin on it because lots of these people just can't resist doing that. They don't like doing straight adaptations because they have to leave their own mark on it. So you might get the older games in flashback sequences where it turns out Zeus is a capitalist and he wants to nuke the world for profit. Like that kind of genius level writing that we get from these modern writers. So that's a possibility. And then the present day storyline will be, it's vaguely like the game, but what if Atreus is gay? And that would be fun.
That would actually be quite funny. It's Atreus trying to come out to his father, who's deeply homophobic. Because I don't really like girls, and Kratos goes, "Before you finish that sentence, boy, I killed my homosexual brother."
I did not slaughter my way through Greece only to have a homosexual son. What are you doing?
He just keeps avoiding the conversation. Go back in the closet, Atreus.
And even like, what are they planning to do? Are they planning to go all the way to Ragnarok? Because I could not see Ragnarok doing, you know, live action, especially for a TV show. There's just too much that you have to do on screen to make Ragnarok work.
I don't know. It was kind of disappointing in the game. It was like, let's initiate Ragnarok, and then halfway through he goes, yeah, we shouldn't really do that. There's people outside, and let's just stop it. And he's like, okay. It was kind of very... You actually play the game, it's very underwhelming, Ragnarok.
So I agree with you there. So my experience with the first God of War, God of War 2018, my experience was, at first I was sort of laid back when I was playing it. And then when Atreus actually got sick and they had to bring him to Freya, and then you saw Kratos go, like, actually be Kratos from the Greek era and have to go and get his blades and everything. That's where I really locked in, because the game had me very engaged, as opposed to Ragnarok, where I was locked in that same way at the beginning, but progressively throughout the story, I was caring more about the side characters and their relationships rather than Ragnarok itself and going to beat Odin. So I had the same problem with Hogwarts Legacy, where I cared more about Sebastian Swallow rather than the actual main story of the game. So I don't really know how Ragnarok is going to get into play. And someone in the comments said apparently Lady Sif and Thor are going to be in the first season. If that's a rumor, then I guess they've already started to set it up.
The story has nothing to do with them. That's the thing. Like, Odin's going to be in it. Like, the entire first game, which is kind of why I didn't like the second part, because the first game kept building them up, and you just kept hearing references. Like Thor, you see the dead giants that Thor killed. You see his sons. You don't actually see him, but he's built up to be this fucking tough guy, really one of the strongest gods ever. And in the second game, he's a fat loser. But it's like, what makes it good is there's so much world building where you don't actually see the characters. And not just that, it takes away from the story of Atreus and Kratos, because he's keeping the secret from Atreus that he's a god. And then it's him coming to terms with that, him learning to accept it. Atreus being a little bit of a dick when he finds out.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. It's like, it's this bonding thing, because Kratos isn't really super close to his son at the very beginning, because, again, you know, he murdered his family last time, so he's a little bit hesitant to really step up as a father. So that again, like, you if you introduce Thor, Odin, all this other stupid shit, like, at the very beginning, it takes away from that main character arc.
Yep, definitely. But already, man, just from these images alone, you can tell that the show is fucked, man.
I like that one of them is literally AI generated, and if anything, it looks slightly better than the one that is also AI generated but official.
Oh, yep. I'd much rather watch Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal in this shit, because I know
they should turn that into like this comedy series where basically every single story ever made that has like Lone Wolf and Cub is just them. Every single one. Redo A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and Egg can be what's her name, and Dunk can be Pedro Pascal. That would be fun.
He's just mumbling every scene.
Well, that whole concept has just been riddled into the ground with the Mandalorian. It's like, it's nice to actually see it used properly again, but this has just become a meme that I can't grow tired of. It's just so funny seeing these two. But
I find it hard to believe that the right one is not AI generated. I don't think it's just the framing. None of it looks real. Neither of the people look real. Like, Atreus is missing a small finger. You don't hold bows like that. It's like like all the scenery looks fake. Nothing's in. I just don't believe that it's real. Maybe it is. Maybe they're just that shit at their job. But I think it's AI.
Well, every time we get a TV show, it's always when the games are getting worse, because now they're talking about like a Fae spin-off. They're remaking the Greek originals, which they're gonna change them, because you're not gonna have like Kratos smashing Aphrodite. That's not gonna happen. Like, you can already tell usually when games get TV shows, that's when he starts turning shit.
Yeah.
Because they don't care. They stop caring about the games. They go, we want to make this Marvel and appeal to everyone, and then it appeals to no one because they changed the game. And plus, Kratos' beard looks a bit weird on the right. It looks fake.
Yeah.
I just don't see anything here that would get the fans of the game excited. Like, what can you compliment about this?
Just the fact that it exists is enough for some people to say, "Oh my god, they're doing a thing." It's like, but we know.
That's
When is this coming out?
Like
Probably
27, I
next year,
think,
I
maybe.
guess.
27. It's like a whole fucking year away. There's loads of time for them to do actual marketing materials. They didn't need to stick this out.
Yeah, this is more damage, if anything, because it just
Yeah,
doesn't
you'd
really.
think you would have done a long shot at Kratos, like roided up and like, you know, like they did with Joker. You remember that got leaked, and he decided to do a little mini trailer of Joaquin Phoenix in the Joker costume, and everyone said, "Look great." Was this one? It's like mid scene, like. If like when you're talking and you pause it, you pull a weird face because obviously your face is moving. It's like they've done that. Let's just take a random screenshot.
A random pause. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. The Joker one is they picked a specific sequence that's going to portray something that's going to be interesting for the audience. Where this, it really just feels like a weird pause that popped up on.
Oh,
A
Sorry,
screen
Mike.
test would have.
Problem is, you see, my keyboard is fucked. So sometimes, unless I switch it off, it will do stuff like that. That was not me saying, let's move to the next topic because I'm bored. That was my keyboard saying that. So we're back with this. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anything positive whatsoever? It's just like, I can't see anything that's going to get real fans excited. Or casual people interested. Because for someone like me, I played Devil May Cry throughout the whole series. I never really got into God of War, but they came out around the same time, so I always knew about it. And this doesn't really hit home for someone like me who's aware of the character, but would be interested in seeing a proper adaptation of it. This just looks really lame. Looks cheap.
Are you looking forward to season 2 of Devil May Cry by Adi Shankar?
I refused to watch season 1 after what I heard about the demons. That's so fucking bullshit, man. So we got gay Klingons, we got retarded demons, and we got like pussy ass orcs in the Rings of Power. Like nothing.
No, the demons are Muslims, and it ends with America doing Iraq style. It literally does it. You do the humans do an Iraq style invasion of hell, living in America's playing, and it's funny because they're all like refugees, and the humans have built a wall to keep them out.
Yeah, everything has to be an allegory. Nobody could be a monster. Like just no creatures can exist whatsoever.
But it's both. It's like the orcs on like Rings of Power. Yeah, what was that fucking traitor orc? The one with the girlfriend.
Glug.
Yeah, where on one hand he's unbelievably sympathetic, but on the other, the generic evil horde.
You know how they accounted for that? They would have him be like, "Sire, we can't go to war." He's crying and shit in all the scenes. But then during the battle scenes, they would never show Glug on screen. I remember that specifically for my video. Like, wow, you motherfuckers, you're not even you're just gonna pretend we know he's there killing people, so it's completely writing, but you're just not gonna show him on screen. You're only gonna show him crying. It's so stupid, man. That show's so fucked.
Yeah, thank God I didn't watch that.
And it kind of sucks too, because Glug looks good as an orc. It's the only good thing. Well, the orcs and the Ents, I'll give them credit for that. The orcs look good and the Ents look great. Everything else is just garbage, like shit tier. And yeah, I don't know. Still waiting for season 3 though. I can't wait.
But yeah, I mean, like, no shade to the kid, but dude, you don't look like Atreus. You look like a hobbit, man. Like, sorry,
like a Harfoot Atreus, like a little like Munchkin version of him.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. And even Kratos, dude, could have given him a couple of months to hit the gym. I don't know, man. Like,
some beef. He needs some horse meat, man. Like he's missing the pounds. Like his head just doesn't cut it.
Like Henry Cavill in The Witcher, when he got roided up, he should be that big.
Yeah.
Do what they did to Natalie Portman and Thor and CGI the muscles bigger. Like, you can do that. It's cheating, but other people cheat too.
I think another problem is they want Atreus to be young for multiple years, so they've casted really young. So he's about like 7 there, when in the game he's like 12.
Which could go wrong because a lot of child actors that age are just shit.
Yeah. I'm so scared about Dexter for that. Like, please stay brilliant and amazing. Like, don't just have some weird growth spurt. You know, like what happened to Bran? Remember, Bran went from being cute and interesting to some ugly, weird kid that nobody wanted to fucking like, you fucking weirdo. What happened? It's like the worst puberty transition I've ever seen, man.
And it didn't help that they wrote him to be a retard
Exactly.
as well. So it's just
fucking biology betrayed him. His genes just fucked him, and the writers fucked him. He just got
mostly I live in the past.
Oh, fuck you.
Anyway, so yes, this looks shit. Was this shit?
Oh,
This was
even
terrible.
more dog shit, dude. Holy fuck. Oh, Cynic, you want to go?
Yeah. Is this microphone any better by any shot?
Yeah,
It's
it doesn't
fine.
sound quite as bad.
Okay, good. It'll be back to normal next week, but for now, this will make do. Yeah, this was really bad. I just saw it yesterday. Um, I don't normally complain about acting, but it was really cringe in this movie, and I think it's because the script was so bad. Um, that's like the first thing that really stuck out to me. But at this point, like, uninspired, you said it. Scream is essentially stab at this point. Like the first movie, what it was.
Oh,
What was it?
okay. Now
What
the
movie?
microphone
This
is
is
worse.
just-
I really wanted to know.
There are. It doesn't do that anymore because we're at part 7. Like, what do you say about a part 7? It doesn't even bother. Like, it doesn't give a shit about being a Scream movie at all. It is just stab at this point.
Well, yeah, like there's a bit where people are saying it's self-aware, but it's not self-aware because like it talks about like horror movie tropes, but then does them.
Yeah, and doesn't do anything to reinvent them at all. I mean, literally, the first 17 minutes of this movie is, hey, remember Scream 1,
Oh,
2,
man,
3,
that's
and
all they got?
4?
Yeah.
Dude.
That
I mean,
sucks.
legitimately, the first act of the movie. So I'm not going to spoil anything for people in the chat unless you want me to. But the first act of
Spoil
the
it, it
movie, is
sucks.
like, yeah, I mean, even if you know the killers, you're probably just going to be like us. Like, who the fuck are these people? Honestly, so. But the first act of the movie, like the first kill that we see Ghostface do, is basically just these guys go into the initial house from Scream 1 and it's become like a tourist attraction. And so it's
Lame.
like, oh, look at this on the floor. Oh, this is where this guy stabbed this guy. Oh, this is where Stu Macher had the TV fall on his head. Oh, this is where this happened. Oh, this is where that. I'm like,
Remember
dude,
berries.
holy shit, this is crazy. Like, what is the entire movie gonna be this? And yeah, the entire movie was that. It's crazy.
Just member berries, pretty much. Like that's actually pathetic that we're still in that member berry era. And I was thinking when the Scream came out, like I've been thinking this franchise is dead since Scary Movie. How the fuck do you make Ghostface scary or even intimidating when you have Scary Movie like on the planet? Like people knowing
Well,
that.
in this one, they like up the gore factor, and
not
he
enough.
set someone on fire.
It's not
That's
enough.
so over the
Yeah.
top.
You need to have a brilliant script and really unique concept to make Scream work in 2026. It's just we're so past this point.
Like he picks a guy up who's like a doll and then puts his head through like the bar spike and then pours a drink through its mouth. But you can clearly tell it's a doll. It looks so because he's picking him up like he weighs nothing.
Dude, even just the way that he picks him up and puts him, like it's like, dude, you have to apply so much pressure to crack a skull like that. It's, oh my god, it's so stupid.
Yeah, when it gets
movie
to the point
is
of
the
the
dumbest thing
logistics
ever.
are out the window, you're not going to be scared. You're not going to be intimidated. Like you don't need it to be fancy and crazy to have a death scene be significant. But this just sounds so lame, and we've been there, done that.
They also have a terrible like fucking AI subplot, which like fucking the main villain Stu from Scream 1 is back, but he's an AI fucking because you know it's not Stu because they're not going to bring him back. So, but Cindy keeps getting like video calls and it's him, but his face is scarred like he's resurrected, and it's just terrible. And then the reveal, it turns out to be there's like 3 ghost faces. One of them's a rando. One of them's the next door neighbor's mother, and then I couldn't.
It's
who was the
literally a
bald guy?
random dude from the fucking like coffee shop. Like Sydney is a barista, and she's serving coffee, and then she's like, "Oh, I think like I'll just say randomly like Kevin." This dude just pops up. He grabs his coffee. The camera lingers on him for like 30 seconds, and you never see him again until it's revealed that he's Ghostface. So you're kind of just like, okay. Once you see that they linger on him and they don't show him again for like the rest of the movie, you're like, all right, so this is the dude, I guess. It's so
Like
bad.
the teens are so annoying. I'm glad they die, but there's a bit where they're talking about like tropes, and they're going, is it the neighbor's kid who's weird and likes horror movies? Is it the boyfriend who's the killer? It's obviously none of them. It's obviously not one of them because you think you're tricking us, but you're not. You're just stating the obvious.
Like the worst part is that Scream as a franchise, if you watch Scream 1 through 4, they've already had all the character development that they needed to have in terms of the core characters. Even Sydney, especially Gale and Dewey, they had some of the best character development from 1 through 3. Now, I do admit that 4, even though it's one of the best in terms of like actually taking the Scream cast from the initially and then putting them into our like older generation, making them an older generation to usher in the younger generation. I think Scream 4 does that quite well. And what this franchise has done after that is just rehash that thing every single time. So Scream 5 was the same, Scream 6 was the same, and then Scream 7 once again. They're just trying to bring back the initial characters, but they've already had their completed arcs. So by Wes Craven, the creator themselves. So it's like, what is the point of 5, 6, and 7? There's no point that these movies need to exist at all. They don't do anything more than actually kill the characters. Scream 5 basically annihilated Dewey's character, and they killed him off too, which unceremoniously, stupidly, like it pisses me off so much. Scream 6 did the same for the other remaining characters, and Scream 7 is kind of just like, oh, they're back again because they need to be back. Gale is a ruthless reporter like she was back then, so we forget all the development that she had from 1 through 4, I guess. And it's like, okay, you know, she's kind of just a bitch now. Sydney's daughter, we don't give a fuck about her. We don't care about any of the cast from Scream 5 and 6. We don't care about anyone. I mean, legitimately, the only death I cared about was these 2 randos at the beginning because I actually felt bad for them dying. All the rest of them, I was just like, all right, I don't give a shit about you.
Also, like, it's so contrived. Like, there's a point where she's running through the fucking town screaming and nobody comes out. Gale goes, call the police, and the police never show up. In fact, there's a bit where Ghostface is trying to kill Sydney's daughter, who's the blonde bitch on the top right. He's trying to kill her, and Gale goes, call the police, and Sydney runs from the studio all the way to town because she forgets to take a car. She runs all the way, and the police don't ever show up. They just don't give a shit. Then there's even bits where they get attacked at the beginning in their own home, and there's police outside, and there's gunshots, and they don't even come in. They're fucking useless.
It's really bad, man. Like, all of the scenes work, but in a vacuum. Nothing works in context that is given. That's the bad part. So nothing that you can actually enjoy of the movie is in context of the film. You can just watch these scenes alone and be like, oh, all right, this is an enjoyable sequence. That's pretty much it. But then if you put it in context, nothing makes sense. They literally go into a panic room and leave the panic room. And it's like,
yeah.
Huh?
Oh, it's worse than that because they wanted the scene where they wanted to copy the raid where he's stabbing the machete through the wall. So you have the panic room, but the back of the panic room is exposed, and through it is a little gateway that you climb through. So you climb in, and you're behind the main wall in the hallway, which is the most stupidest panic room I've ever seen. The whole point of panic room is you shut it, no one can get in, you call the police, done.
It's so retarded, and the fact that Kevin Williamson is the one that directed this, it's like,
yeah,
dude,
that's
you're
crazy.
spitting on your former colleague's grave right now. Wes Craven would probably resurrect if Scream 8 happens, and he'd haunt the studio execs at this point. Because
did he write this too?
I'm not sure he wrote this one, actually. I think he only directed it.
It's so lazy. Like, to go from the first one where it was really intricately laid out who the killer was, you know, it was a nice surprise. It was a core character. And then to go to this where it's just someone you met like for one scene.
Just that guy. No. This is why slashers is like the bottom of the barrel for most horror stories, or just in general. They're so lazy. Very rarely do you have a creative idea that's actually worth, you know, delving into. And it's just a shame they're going to bring this back and do nothing with it.
Well, the problem is we can all guess who the killer is, so they have to make it someone who just appears. Otherwise, we'd all know.
But that's a writing problem. That's exactly. That's a writing issue. It shouldn't be that obvious and that it should be really satisfying when you get that big reveal, even if it's set up sparingly. Whether it's someone who's hinted throughout the entire movie, like maybe the Bone Collector, or it's someone you barely even see on screen, like in 7. Like Kevin Spacey's got like 5 minutes of screen time and he fucking nails it. But that's how you do it. You got to do it correctly and actually be creative. But this sucks, man. Because I think of films like The Exorcist, how it's a bit outdated for people now after everything we've seen. So you get like a revamped version of that concept with something like Hereditary, where like that's you need that gap. You need to be able to like not make it for a modern audience, but make it for a more experienced audience. Scream, it sounds like they did the opposite. It's the same old shit, but with some memorabilia slapped on top. They didn't really do anything to like, you know, innovate or just create something unique with this idea. Slashers have just been stale for the last like what 20 years.
I mean, you have no characters that you actually care about in this one. At least, you know, in the initial Scream, even the little side characters, you really cared about them. People still remember Randy Meeks. You know, people love that dude. People even love Skeet Ulrich and Stu Macher. So it's like, you know, you had characters that we actually loved and cared for, regardless of how much screen time they had. And now you're introducing so many dudes just to get killed. You know, everyone is cannon fodder except for the core Scream cast. It's like they won't even kill those guys off now.
And I almost feel like there's too many people or too many creators that forget that we need to care about them if you're gonna just kill them off like frivolously like this. Like you gotta build that up, the investment first, so it to mean something. But it feels like they do the opposite. They don't want to characterize them because they know they're gonna kill them, and they don't understand that just becomes mean. And it's like, oh, he's dead. Anyways, like who cares? It's the strange mentality that they write these things with.
Well, they massively over-rely on gore, because as Cynic said, they up the gore in this one. Like, people get the throat slits, the belly's cut open, the guts spilling out. It is, but it feels more like a crutch. So these characters are just meat bags. We're waiting someone to cut open. Exactly. That's it.
Meaningless.
And Ruddy and they asked if they had done a Scream TV show. Yeah, they have a Scream TV show. There's 3 seasons and one like Halloween 1 hour, 20-minute long special. So yeah. I don't really remember it, but I have seen all 3 seasons. I liked the Scream mask that they had, but I do not remember anything about the TV show. I think it's MTV that had made it back in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, but yeah, Scream 7 is really, really dog shit. I hope that they don't make Scream 8. Just kill the franchise. What's the point?
Is it making loads of money? How's it?
Yeah, I think it made like $60 million this weekend.
Probably is.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're gonna get Scream 10, y'all. We're getting more of these because people are just that simplistic when it comes to horror movies. It's like
all these franchises go to space. Jason went to space.
Leprechaun.
Fast and Leprechaun went to space. That's the thing. That's the fact they will go to space. That's what's going to happen.
The final frontier, man.
Yeah, it'll be Scream X can be in space, and then it can be Scream versus Freddy versus Jason.
Makes no fucking sense, but whatever. His mask prevents him from getting into his dreams.
It's more watchable than Shelby Oaks. I'll give it that.
And it sucks because I love Ghostface. I really like the concept of the character, and I play him in Dead by Daylight, so I'm kind of attached to the design. But the story, like, just fucking do something with it or get it off my screen. Like, it just seems like.
But that's what I'm saying. They did everything that they could do from Scream 1 through 4. It's like you even had like, dude, Scream 4 is legitimately prophetic at this point because Wes Craven in 2011 predicted IRL streaming, predicted basically the cloud chasing era that we're in today, where everyone just wants to clip farm and become famous, no matter the cost, no matter what they're gonna do. And those were the ghost faces from Scream 4. It's like the franchise told everything it needed to tell with the original creator before he passed on. Right now, you're legitimately only fueled by nostalgia. They tried to do something with 5 and 6. 5 was terrible. 6, I think, is terrible, but there are some scenes that I can enjoy because it actually felt like Ghostface was menacing for the first time since 4. But then still, I wouldn't rewatch 6 willingly. 7 is schlock at the worst point of it. This is legitimately the franchise collecting all the remaining member berries because it has nothing else to tell with the characters that were presented. And you can't tell Scream without Neve Campbell as Sydney. Like, Scream is her story. You know, that's the thing. So just end it at that. It's done.
Well, it annoys me. In the fucking middle of the movie, the teenagers say, well, it's all about nostalgia. That's what the killer wants. That's what we... And it's like, oh my God, it's just saying... But the problem is, you can't point that out and then do it. That's what annoys me about these self-aware films. They're not self-aware. They know they're nostalgia baiting the audience, but they don't know how else to change it. So they just say, "Oh, it's fine," because we pointed it out that we're nostalgia baiting the audience. It's like, no, that's you being a fucking lazy bastard who won't fix the problem. You're just lampshading it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man.
They think lampshading it makes it
watch
better.
this.
It's such a strange like reaction when that happens.
It's like, it's like saying, I've shit my pants. Well, are you going to change your underwear? No. Well, we're still stuck with the problem.
So yeah, don't go watch it, man. I don't even know how you can be a Scream fan. I don't even know how you can be a slasher fan and just enjoy this. It's too dumb, even for slasher fans.
In other news, cinema was going to end very briefly while Netflix was about to buy Warner Brothers, and now Netflix is not about to buy Warner Brothers because Paramount's doing it instead. As to whether cinema is still about to end because of this deal, I suppose we should wait and see. But Paramount kept up in it, and then a combination of Larry Ellison and the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund has decided that they know more about art than Netflix does, and they have more money than Netflix does. So in a $110 billion deal, Paramount has swept in, and Netflix looked at that and said, you know what? Nah. And consequently, Netflix's stock price shot up, and Paramount's didn't very much. So the market seems to agree with Netflix not overpaying for whatever Warner Brothers has to offer. But this is the big industry news of the last week.
I don't know too much about Paramount or even this deal, but I want to add to this. Paramount just recently spent $7 billion to acquire the UFC as well. So they're making a lot of moves. I'm not sure if they're good ones or bad ones, though.
Oh, I didn't know that about Paramount and the UFC.
Just to add that to this, if it adds anything to the conversation. Because I'm not too familiar with what's going on with
a lot of them. Sorry, go on.
Go ahead. I was just about to say Netflix has WWE now, so Paramount has UFC. It's kind of weird.
But a lot of Paramount movies suck ass. Like what they do, Gladiator 2, Running Man, fucking Star Trek Academy. Like, do you trust them with Harry Potter?
No.
Really?
Do you even think Harry Potter needs to be remade this early? Like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the movies.
Like 15 years, I think. It's 15 years since the films stopped. So I mean, it's a chunk of time. It's not a hugely long time, but it's long enough that they could. I mean, the plan obviously is to revisit it starting from the beginning and basically doing every single scene from the book episodically, as opposed to the movies, which had to cut a lot out by necessity. So they can make the argument this is going to be a way more transformative than a mere remake would be. It's not that they're releasing another movie; it's that they're releasing a whole show based on each individual book. So it's not one of those ones that offends me as a remake, because I can see that they could add, theoretically something of substance to it. Whether they will remains to be seen.
Will they?
Because, like, on the one hand, you've got, in the ideal world, you now have a huge number of very exciting properties, all bundled up, with a company which owns HBO, and HBO is traditionally very good at making long-form, high-quality television series. And you now have everything from Harry Potter to Star Trek to The Lord of the Rings under the same corporate umbrella as HBO. So if they were planning on making big prestige TV moves and blowing Rings of Power out of the water, for example, they could now do that. Whether they will, I think is unlikely. But there is a world where this deal isn't terrible. I know also on the theater side, I think they've planned or said that they will release 15 movies per studio per year with a minimum 30-day theatrical window, I think was the promise that they'd made. So the ambition, the thing they're reassuring the industry with and potentially concerned customers with, is that we will still be putting out lots of movies, both Paramount and Warner. They'll be in theaters. You'll get to see them there. They've made no promises about them being good, but
How does this affect DC? Because Paramount might want to change it from James Gunn. We might get another reshuffle.
Well, they might. That's the thing. Yeah, because Ted Sarandos from Netflix basically confirmed that Superman did not do particularly well at the cinema, because he cited it as an example of movies underperforming and being pulled out of cinemas too quickly, or quicker than they otherwise would have been. Well, because it was shit.
Yeah.
Which was very funny. They do own now DC and DC Comics as well. I don't think anything has been said yet as to whether they will change up the DCU, take on James Gunn, not take on James Gunn. who knows? Because they've got some exciting movies coming out this year, like Supergirl, which will definitely make $1 billion.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they thinking with that? That's such a bad idea. What are you doing? Like Millie Alcock has some leverage with House of the Dragon fame. Like everyone liked her. It reminds me of Bella Ramsey. Everyone liked her for her little cameo. Do something with that. Don't go and just screw it up with this Supergirl shit. Because I feel like this movie's gonna be crap and bomb and damage the entire run for James Gunn. I think it was just some.
Don't forget
bad
about Clayface coming
play.
out too. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
what a big hit that's gonna be.
Is that this year or next year?
I think it's this year.
I think they're
Like,
both this year.
I haven't even seen any promotional images or anything.
Clayface is in October, I think. October. It's at the end of the year normally.
Clayface is like them trying to do Guardians of the Galaxy in Phase 1, like while they're introducing Captain America and whatnot. You couldn't get away with that until you established some, a proper fan base and people have faith in the storytelling that you're doing. It's strange, but I think Black Widow having a movie in Phase 1 would have been more well accepted than Supergirl being your second movie for the DC universe. It's just strange.
And then you've got like a Lanterns TV show. Like, considering the fact that he's supposed to be like one of the prime members of the Justice League, you have to watch a HBO spin-off show. That's like stupid.
And then we got Penguin over here, and it's brilliant television, and then we're not going to do anything with that continuity. It's such a waste. They just don't know what they're doing.
Well, we don't know if they're not gonna do anything with that continuity yet. What did they call it? Like Elseworlds, or what was it? Like a different branch.
James Gunn hates the success of Penguin, and he hates Batman even existing. That alone is bad. So we're in a rough spot.
Well, yeah, we're getting two Batmans. We're getting Batman Part 2, and we're also getting James Gunn's Batman, written by the woman who wrote Batgirl, which was so bad it got shelved.
Yeah.
So, like, what he might do if if James Gunn Batman fails, he might just try and merge the two universes together.
That is possible, though, but I don't even see the way that it would work. I don't know. I don't think that
none of it works.
It wouldn't mesh.
Like Lex Luthor split open the world and then closed it because of fucking USB or something by Mr. Terrific. It's fucked.
Yeah, but they're not aware of how fucked it is. Like, they think they're fine, I just don't think they're gonna take those things as seriously. They're not even gonna remember the Pocket Universe shit,
Oh yeah, she did write Birds of Prey, or the Fantabulous Emancipation of the One Harley Quinn, as they call it.
Is that not one of the worst titles for a movie ever? Like, that was just sticks to my head. Like, what the fuck were you thinking calling it that?
That was peak Me Too, when it was like, all these men are gonna watch a film about a fucking woman Me Too and Joker. It's like, no, that's the last thing they want to see.
And the best part of the movie was a man. Can you imagine? Ewan McGregor was the best part of that entire film. It's crazy.
It's like Ken getting the award for Barbie. Like, that's like one of the best things that's ever happened in Hollywood. I fucking love it.
In all honesty, I actually thought that Paramount had closed a couple of years back, and it's only when Top Gun Maverick came out that I realized that Paramount was actually still making movies. I thought that they had died after like 2014, legitimately, because I hadn't seen any big Paramount Pictures film. So to see them trying to make a comeback, it's weird.
It is with huge amounts of money. I mean, I know they had a couple of shows on Paramount Plus which were not badly received. I can't remember. One of the action things that I don't remember the names of, and also, Sonic movies. It's got those two soon. A real cultural footprint that this big old studio has, and now it has an additional $79 billion of debt. So that's great. Apparently, the plan, as far as I remember anyway, is eventually consolidating HBO Max and Paramount Plus. So you'll have one bigger streaming service with potentially loads more stuff on it. But they will also look to license original shows to other streamers to make some more money. And they need to make about $6 billion in cost savings, so lots of worthless people will be made unemployed. So I don't really see too much wrong with this deal as far as it goes.
Do you think Alex Kurtzman will go? He will somehow stay. He's like a cockroach. Yeah. You cut his head off and still survives.
Can't kill him. It just grows his body back slowly over time.
Drop a nuke on him, he comes back stronger for some reason.
It's funny. I was hearing about Kurtzman being shit for years from like Gary and just different channels and whatnot, but I never really watched Star Trek. And then I watched Starfleet Academy, and it's just like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
It's unrecognizable. As someone who's more into like so many of the other franchises that got ruined, like Star Wars, etc. Star Trek is the one that's the most unrecognizable for sure, like tonally. He's a
Probably,
fucking
yes.
disaster.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's arguably, I mean, Doctor Who probably runs it a little bit close in terms of
between
how
those two,
badly it's been destroyed, but over a longer period of time, it's probably more. I don't know. I mean, Star Wars because it just has the bigger cultural footprint going in, but that makes stuff like Star Trek overlooked in the levels of destruction, whereas it's actually really high up that list.
The Acolyte resembled Star Wars more than Starfleet resembled Star Trek.
True.
That's kind of the conclusion I came to. Of like, holy fuck, the Acolyte had soul. It had one good character. What the Starfleet is just.
Yeah, unlike the Acolyte as well, Starfleet Academy is getting a season 2. It's locked in.
What?
They are releasing season 2. Well, the way they did it is because they wrote, so basically all of it was written as one series, but Alex Kurtzman always splits one series into 2 because it justifies his continued employment. So it will just really be a continuation of season 1. But that means, yeah, we have another Starfleet Academy coming out. It's not being cancelled. It's all basically done. And we're going to have to sit through all of it again. So, yay.
It's insane how Kurtzman has a career, man. After the flop that was Tom Cruise's The Mummy, after all the Star Trek, I'm actually looking at his filmography to see if he has any good films. So The Legend of Zorro, he's the writer. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Fucking Christ, man. Okay, you know Naruto Uninspired. You remember? I made a video literally comparing Starfleet to the Chunin exam. Because part of the reason I wanted to show coming of age storytelling, like how to do it correctly and how we're doing it now. And I feel like I proved that Naruto in its prime is still more mature than the current Star Trek. And that shouldn't exist. That shouldn't even be possible. Star Trek should not be that childish, where Naruto is actually more substantive. Like, it's so fucked.
Guys, Kurtzman's filmography is like, whoa, it is trash after trash after trash, man. Oh my god. It's appalling that this dude actually has a career. It's genuinely appalling.
What's he done?
So The Island, you know, the Michael Bay movie with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, that was terrible. Is that the clones?
Yeah, the clone one. So The Island,
shit.
The Legend of Zorro, Mission Impossible 3, the first Transformers movie, Watchmen, he was an uncredited writer, Star Trek, of course, The Proposal, the comedy movie with Ryan Gosling and what's her name? Sandra Bullock. He wrote Transformers 2, Cowboys and Aliens, which was a massive flop. And then People Like Us. There was like a drama movie. Star Trek again, Now You See Me. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Now You See Me 2. The Tom Cruise Mummy, and then the Star Trek stuff. And then he produced the new Now You See Me.
Bro, you're not even exaggerating. That's just a big pile of shit.
Legitimate trash since 2005, man. It's crazy. Like, what the fuck? It's insane.
Yeah, I was listening to that whole thing. I'm like, whoa, this guy, it's all crap.
It's appalling. It's crazy, man. The only good thing I guess he made was the Hawaii Five-0 reboot that came out in 2010. I like the initial seasons of that in terms of like TV shows. But after that, it's just Star Trek with TV shows that he's done. Ooh, yeah, this dude, he must have some crazy shit on people, man, to be.
Well, my assumption is that he just lets all of the studio executives fuck his wife, and that's why he's employed.
And him, like, it's got to be more than just his wife at this point.
That man has never had sex, and not just never
willingly.
Yeah, he's never been a top, that's for sure. He's just fucking like he just strikes me as someone who's like.
He's got the ball gag ready to go.
Yeah, he's got a bag full of sex toys at all times, knowing he's gonna have to fucking bend the knee at some point today.
I believe his contract expires in 12 months. So if anything is right with the world, he will not be employed when this merger is finalized. But
he must have made a deal with the devil. Like, he must have sold his soul to keep this, just still be in the industry, despite costing billion. He killed the Monsterverse, which was supposed to be a brand new universe. He murdered it in the first movie. He's murdered. He literally is like a serial killer with franchises.
How do you like put him up with like Kathleen Kennedy and whatnot? Like, where do you rank the worst?
Dude, KK is way better because KK produced good shit back in the 80s and 90s.
Well, she was associated with good shit. I don't have any proof that she did anything except pour coffee. So
Okay.
Yeah, because Alex Kurtzman,
Okay.
Alex Kurtzman was J.J. Abrams' little power bottom.
Yeah,
So that's why, like, he's never been associated with good shit because J.J. Abrams has made nothing but shit. Whereas Kathleen Kennedy had Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
associated with fucking all-timers. So
And
she's
her
kind of
problem as well is that like her big thing was that she just didn't know how to say no to things. Like she greenlit basically everything. So there's no quality control, and all of her actual creative decisions were bad. But she didn't make too many of them, except in certain instances. So like it was her idea, for example, in the Acolyte. I'm sure I read this. The reason that the High Republic robes are the colors that they are is that she thought the original Jedi robes were too like brown. Is it? Oh yeah. So you, Kathleen Kennedy, have decided that the one of the most recognizable costumes in the history of cinema just doesn't stand out on shop shelves. So we should change them.
You
It's not
fucking
colorful
stupid
enough.
old lady. Like, what is wrong with her? She when I think of her, it just reminds me of like Captain Marvel, where the success of you're stuck between Endgame and Infinity War, so you're untouchable. There's nothing you can do, even though you're fucking worthless. She has the protection of Lucas and Spielberg, so it just makes her resume just unimpeachable.
She did,
Just,
and
even
then
though
like, she said yes to one or two really good. I mean, obviously, like it's under Kennedy that you get Andor, for example. So that's just a function of it. And
probably
she
an
brought
accident.
him on to fix Rogue One as well, so that relationship was there. And then but then she said yes to Skeleton Crew, which is actually it's weirdly enough the second best Disney Star Wars TV show,
That's
which
tragic.
considering
Yeah,
no
that's
one
pretty
thought
bad.
anything of, and it actually isn't terrible. It's just so bang average, but she said yes to the Hunt for Ben Solo movie, and it went all the way up to Bob Iger, who said, yeah, but he's dead, though. So that's the only reason that movie didn't get made. She just says yes. That's her entire thing. And I think that was probably her work experience under Lucas and Spielberg. They say, do this, and she says, yes, boss.
Yes.
What was Solo? Like, she allowed 75% of the movie to be shot before completely redoing it from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Like,
a Frankenstein
That's
film.
insane. That's absolutely insane to, like, let it go that far. But I think the difference is I respect Kathleen Kennedy more because she seized power like Palpatine. Whereas Kurtzman is like, yes, master. He's like Igor, a fucking
You know what?
tongue. He's just
I
moving
think
on from master to master.
that. If you're gonna be a fucking evil villain, at least get some success out of it. Look at Kathleen Kennedy's reputation in the eyes of the masses. We know she's a piece of shit, but Kurtzman,
She
yeah,
ain't
you're right,
going.
man. He's a
She
fucking
ain't
leash.
going till someone shoots her or she fucking dies or something. She seized power. Whereas Kurtzman's like fucking, he's Theoden's king, and then he moves off to fucking Saruman. He's like anyone who'll let him.
Yeah, he's a little leash.
He's a man whore. I have no respect.
Oh, this stupid fucking.
Yeah,
incident.
speaking
What
of
the
people for
fuck?
whom we have no respect whatsoever, we have a load of people who were bullying a man with Tourette's have now congratulated themselves for bullying a man with Tourette's. So, great
Does
work,
anyone
Hollywood.
remember? Does anyone remember that interview with Delroy where the guy's talking about the N-word with him, and Delroy's going, "Just say it. It's just a word. It's no problem."
Samuel Jackson's been doing that for years.
Yeah,
But then you
and
say
now
it,
he's
and now
acting
you're a
like
scum of
he
the
survived
earth.
Pearl Harbor.
Yes. It doesn't make any fucking, even me as a black person, I don't know how is this word supposed to be used. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, I can't imagine being a white dude who loves rap and has to look over his shoulder every fucking time when he's rapping a song before he says the fucking N-word. What are you
Office
supposed
Space,
to do?
dude.
It's
The radio
being-
scene in Office Space.
and
Right. It's like being in a car by yourself is so freeing listening to rap music.
Yes, exactly. No, someone's gonna see. No, you said the N-word, and you're gonna be reading your lips while you're alone in your fucking car and wanting to fucking pull over and shit. It doesn't make any sense. It's just I feel like we got to get to a point where intention needs to matter, context needs to matter. You can't give words this much fucking power. It's ridiculous, and especially this was supposed to be about awareness for the same like illness, and the amount of ignorance that they showed by reacting this way just pretty much revealed that they don't give a fuck about it. You can't even
But the
educate
worst
yourself
thing-
on this.
Exactly. Like they were told beforehand he has Tourette's. There's a guy in the audience who's gonna say shit, and they're all acting like, I can't believe it. And then he won the award for what's it called? Ice Cream. The movie. And the entire movie is about people failing to understand Tourette's. Like
No one watched it.
The amount of irony in this entire situation is ridiculous.
Exposed. No one watched it. Everyone probably just like, oh yeah, it was breathtaking. I was like, nobody fucking watched it. They're there for the pandering, for the message.
I
If
swear.
they actually did, then they would have a little bit more sympathy for the situation. That must be. Can you imagine? For me, it's like I can't imagine what it must be like to accidentally call a room full of black people the N-word. He must have fucking shrank down in his fucking chair and just died on the inside because it's so hard to explain it.
He said homophobic shit as well. He said a bunch of other things. So he was shouting all night, and then it just, for some reason, this was the word that they just went, right, we're gonna act like this is Pearl Harbor. And then, have you seen the fucking NAACP awards? They're all talking like they survived cancer or something.
It's insane, man. It's the
that
sacred word.
the
It's the sacred text. You can't touch, you can't say it. I don't understand why it's still being treated like this in modern
There was
time.
some guy, wasn't there, in the I think it was the NAACP awards, who basically introduced the topic by saying, like, if there's any white man with Tourette's in the audience who may be thinking about saying the N-word, let me tell you, like, it's not going to go the way you think it will. It's like, what
We're gonna beat
the
you.
fuck
We're
are
gonna
you talking
jump
about?
you.
So
So-
first off, is that a threat? And like, do you even
Yeah.
understand Tourette's? It wasn't intentional. Educate yourself so you don't look like a fool. This is like an opportunity for everyone to learn, so this never happens ever again.
It
But
was the
people are going to
whole
remember the
point.
wrong things from this.
Yeah, the whole point was raise awareness of this condition. It's the reason he was there in the first place. And in response, you get a load of black Americans in particular who flaunt their ignorance of what Tourette's is and show absolutely no willingness to learn, because unfortunately that word is like one of the magic spell words that enshrines people's power and authority.
Completely.
So they use it to suppress the dissent, and you make scapegoats of people when you're in a cult that's in a position of power. Most religions do something similar as well. You scapegoat people, and then you demand that they subject themselves to the mob and they apologize even if they've done nothing wrong. That's all this really is. And then you congratulate yourself for being nice, kind, and virtuous. Just scummy behavior all around. And it's sort of interesting to note as well that the cultural difference between America and the UK in this regard, because we have it slightly bad in the UK, but we don't have the same level of the race relations grift as the Americans do. So way more people in the UK are taking the side of the guy with Tourette's because obviously he has Tourette's. Whereas quite a lot of people in the United States are either in the race relations industry and at the NAACP awards, and they are very happy to abuse disabled people to enshrine their power, or they are white, liberal, fucking white knight people like Grace Randolph, of all people, who
Fucking
decide that
twat.
I, Grace Randolph, am the best person to decide what is and is not allowed to be said. Here is my manifesto on Tourette's from Grace Randolph.
I heard what you said on FNT. It fucking cracked me up. Of like, you almost respect her more because whatever fucking retarded idea comes into her head, she will fucking stand her ground and she will not budge an inch. I kind of respect her. That, yeah,
I do.
She's got something
loads of
in her
people would have
that's-
turned and run away from this kind of justified scorn and mockery that she got, but nope, she went live. And had that huge fucking screed plastered all over a screen going point by point and said, this is what I thought this was what Tourette's was, but it turns out it wasn't. That's what Tourette's was. But I still think he should apologize for the whole idea of racism. Like, Grace.
Grace,
and
if
then
you're
when
listening,
she
I love
finally
you.
gets
You're
to
the
the
best.
end of it and she's like, you know, what the man with Tourette's really should have thought about is how this affects me and women like me who are now going to be subjected to more abuse. It's like, fuck you. I love you, but go fuck yourself.
She's so stupid.
It's like the entire situation to me is just it's so ironic, man. Like, dude is there to show awareness. There's a movie there for awareness, and it's like the exact thing that would raise awareness for everyone happens, and everyone is just like, yeah, fuck this dude, he's racist. Like, what do you mean,
perfect.
bro? We're living in an episode of fucking South Park at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Man.
It actually literally was a South Park episode where Cartman pretends to have Tourette's and then ends up actually getting Tourette's, but they're dreading going to an award show of all things. And that was back in 2007, I think. So way ahead of the time.
Do you remember the chick who had Tourette's in Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo? She's like, piss face, yelling at all that shit in the fucking baseball game. It's a fantastic scene, but even that, I remember that was my introduction to Tourette's. So I was like, holy shit, I will never forget that. And if someone has that, I'll be respectful of that if the situation comes up. You can't just immediately take it personally. And the fact that they're aware of it, they know about the condition, they know he was there, and they're still trying to take it as personal as possible and make it a whole thing. It just seems performative and fucking just disgusting to me.
And
Like
they
Jamie
were warned in
Foxx, other people
advance
have
as
come
well.
out.
They were warned in advance that he is here and this is the condition he has, so he will say some stuff. And he did say other things to other people all through the night and has done so several times before because that is the nature of the condition. But then it's just because it offends the race relations grift. It's like these people say they seize on that word in particular, and all of a sudden, all of Hollywood's championed empathy and understanding and tolerance just goes out the window. Let's flog the disabled man because he it's a way to show how really powerful you are whilst claiming to be the victims of all of society. It's just actors generally, but unfortunately, sort of actors who are likely to appear at the NAACP are insufferable. And should be ashamed of themselves, but they are incapable of that kind of shame, I think.
Especially as Sinners is going on and people are acting like that's the greatest black movie ever. When it's just a shit Dust Till Dawn ripoff.
Yes.
That's all it is.
It's Black Panther 2 all over again. I don't know how the fuck they keep doing it. It's just like it's being praised out the fucking ass for like not really doing anything significant whatsoever.
There are people at the awards going for 400, like that scene from Tropic Thunder. You know when he gives that speech for 400 years. That word has kept us.
The intro of Roots, yeah.
But some guy actually said that at NAACP. He was literally going like for 400 years. That word is like, I didn't realize people with Tourette's were fucking abusing you for so long.
Hot take: Tropic Thunder did more for culture than Black Panther and Sinners combined. Like, fuck off, get the hell out of here. Because it's important. You need to be able to be as a black man. Look at that and fucking laugh because the intention is comedy, not racism. He's not trying to fucking say he hates black people. He has enough black people around him, enough black friends to understand the mannerisms to be able to perform and make it hilarious. Have you ever seen the outtakes of Robert Downey Jr.? It's fucking brilliant. If you're black and you're offended by that, go fuck yourself. There's something wrong with you, man. Like,
it's crazy because
you can't laugh at yourself. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Brandon T. Jackson was his co-star, and he said that RDJ didn't break character until the director's commentary. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what RDJ did. He didn't break character until the director's commentary, and he fucking loved it. Brandon T. Jackson was laughing all the way.
I'd have been crying if I was there. I'd have been just,
dude, I'd be dead, man. I wouldn't be able to act opposite. I'd ruin every single take. There's no way I could put a straight face in front of RDJ playing a black man.
But that takes talent, though, to actually be able to portray that properly and get certain mannerisms down that are not your own, you know? And it's just, that isn't that what acting is? Isn't that something we should be praising? Not getting offended by everything under the sun? My issue with this is the people that wake up in the morning hoping and praying to be offended rather than addressing something that's actually offensive. There's racism in the world. Like, you can be upset about that. Don't try to make everything that is potentially interpreted as racism as racist. It's so
because it's not really about racism ultimately. What these people all seize on it because it's just an opportunity to signal their own virtue. It's what Grace Randolph did, obviously, but it's also what most of these actors do as well. It's just like, right, yes, this is our moment. I'm going to take a stand. I'm going to go on Piers Morgan and say stupid things. I'm going to go and like bully disabled people and say that they should be segregated. As a black man, fucking no self-awareness whatsoever, advocating segregation for disabled people. Great one. Well done, Hollywood. It just goes fucking on and on and on and on and on. It's just scummy behavior.
This happened since Me Too. Hopefully we can use this to help boost our career. That's what a lot of them also use it for as well. Like, they try and use it to move up the ladder. Like, Me Too started it. That was the big one. We need more women-led films. Like this one, we're going to go, we need more black funding for black actors so they can raise their own fucking social profile and their careers. It's all, it's Machiavelli and fucking assholes, narcissistic actors who want more money.
And what about all the black actors of the past who've made it without that? It just feels like a slap in the face of the ones that had the talent to do something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking Morgan Freeman's over here just rolling his eyes like, what the fuck you guys doing?
Dude, like all of them, all the really good black actors that were making. I mean, dude, blaxploitation was a genre for a reason. A lot of people liked it. I mean, white people loved it. Black people loved it. Everyone fucking loved blaxploitation, man.
That's one thing I regret not mentioning in my most recent video, how blaxploitation was an avenue for different adaptations and remakes and whatnot, because we know that we're trying to do a black version of a certain thing. Compare that to Cleopatra and all the fucking bullshit that they're doing now where they're actually trying to rewrite history. It's so stupid. Just do it in a way where it can actually be accepted and enjoyed. Like fucking Blackula. There's a black Dracula, but they're having fun. You know what I mean? Have fun with it. And instead of it just being fucking cringe like Black Superman would be if it came out now. And understanding how people are going to react to diversity casting. They're just
the worst part of all of this is that, you know, the guy with Tourette's, he said that he's already been beaten literally within an inch of his life by people because of his Tourette's. And it's like, this is someone who's literally suffered physically because of what he's suffering from, and these guys don't give a shit. You can just tell they don't give a fuck. It's the victim.
He's suffered in every conceivable. I think he still works a pretty low-paying job in like a gardening center somewhere, and now here he is being bullied on TV by multimillionaires who claim to be the victims. And it's just no self-awareness whatsoever. But then they're actors. What would you expect?
Is it someone in the chat said Jemima? Is it Jemima that got replaced?
Yes, they what? Why would they do that? Man? I would go anytime I'm going to get waffles or pancakes. I go in the cupboard and there's Aunt Jemima. That old bitch is always there, ready to make my life delicious. But how is she offensive now? Explain that to me. The fuck?
Well, we had was it Uncle Ben's rice with some black dude on it?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's rice.
Uncle
and
Ben
then he just got taken off.
And then the Quaker Oats man with the sick hat, like all those were legends of the cupboard, were the faces you would see.
Didn't they? Now they've always overreacted. Remember when Putin invaded Ukraine and in Canada they stopped serving poutine like fries or something?
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
There's a gay nightclub in London that stopped serving Russian standard vodka. It's like,
no vodka.
Well done, striking a blow against Putin's war machine. The gays are not going to drink Russian vodka, even though it's not even fucking made in Russia. It's just labeled Russian standard.
That still makes more sense than poutine. It's like it's similar to the word Putin, so you can't eat it. Like what was
the other thing? Like it was a Kiev, and he tried to change it to like chicken Kievs or something instead of chicken Kiev.
And then we all had to change our pronunciation of the city of Kiev as well, because in Ukrainian it's pronounced Kiev, and so all the newsreaders would make a point of saying Kiev instead of Kiev, even though that's how we've always pronounced it in this country, and we don't call Paris Paris. So no, stop it. It's just this weird fucking virtue nonsense. They all do it. It happens every single time. I'm waiting to see what we'll do about the Iranians, because there must be something that we can do, which is equivalently virtuous.
In computers, they changed it from a master slave drive to like a primary secondary. It's like, no, that's too far for our computers. The fucking I can't stand this virtue signaling shit. It's all policing language as well. That's the annoying thing.
Some of the chats in the French called Paris Paris. Yeah, that's actually how we pronounce it. We don't pronounce the S, dude.
Well, away from terrible, shitty, terrible, no good, shitty, terrible news, there's some good news. Night of the Seven Kingdoms, it has now wrapped, but it's doing pretty well for itself while it was live, and it's averaged over 24 million views per episode globally. Increased, I believe, episode over episode every single time. Started at around like 10 or 15 and ended at 24, and deservedly so. It's a really great little show.
Yeah, it peaked with in the name of my mother, or in the name of the mother.
In the name of my mother.
I was thinking the name of my mother. No, in the name of the mother.
Yeah.
When that episode came out, I was seeing clips everywhere. Everyone was talking about it. Even people that I knew weren't initially watching the show watched it after that episode dropped. So it's like, yeah.
It's just, I'm just so happy the show exists. I went into it like below neutral, thinking, I don't know if this is gonna work. I have no real interest in this. And just refreshing return to legitimate storytelling where just simple things get you super invested. One of the best examples of a lone wolf and cub story I've seen in a long time. Just the simple, we all had that moment. It was the horse. I'm watching a dude just sell his horse and potentially not even be able to get it back if he loses this joust. And I'm fucking like so upset over it. Like it's the amount of investment we were able to achieve in such a short amount of time. How much, of a positive influence this was to this overall series right now. Like House of the Dragon, as much as I love it, it's a family literally destroying itself. It's some of the darkest shit you ever see, where this is just a man trying to be the best knight he can possibly be. And it's incredibly inspiring, unbelievably well casted and acted. And episode 5, holy shit, some of the best portrayals of medieval combat I've ever seen in my entire life. Like it's up there with some of the best fights I've ever seen. I can't believe they pulled that off in a season that you can watch in like an afternoon. It's the best introduction to the series you can get. You can forget, instead of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, you can just start here, get an idea of the world, some of the terminology, a little bit of understanding of the families, and I'm just so impressed that they were able to pull this off. Just give me more. That's all
I like the because as you said, the dynamics between the families, like Raymond Fosselway first hates the Targaryens, then he kind of respects Prince Baelor.
Aliens.
With Lionel Baratheon, which it is a good point he makes, because he says when Baelor dies, he goes, because his plan was the King's Guard aren't going to hurt him.
Well, basically, it was slightly dishonorable from his perspective, because you're making it seem like you're risking your life, but in the end, 2 of the members of the enemy team can't hurt you, and you have this massive advantage. You didn't really risk anything. We're risking everything.
Family,
and it works.
The whole team will hurt you.
Yeah, it works in terms of the characters we're seeing and the history of the world, knowing that this is Robert's great grandfather. And the beef goes back generations, which makes sense. The way they play with the history of all three shows, the way they maintain certain themes like the struggle between honor, family, and duty, and the way all three shows are basically capped off with a significant, meaningful death with Ned, Viserys, and now Baelor. 3 different versions of a similar concept that just worked. I'm just so impressed. You don't need dragons, giants, magic, just characters. This man's stories are fantastic, and I'm just happy the show exists.
Platoon, I saw somewhere that they changed the ending from the comic. Like Egg goes, doesn't
Makor agrees with it basically.
Yeah, like didn't they? And then at the end of it, he's gone, "Where's my fucking son?"
Is he?
Yeah. So in the book, I've not seen the graphic novel, but like in the book, it's not. I don't think even in the book it's explicit that he does agree to it, but it's more ambiguous, and the implication is that Makor says yes. Whereas in the show they change it where actually Egg snuck away against Makor's wishes. I don't think it necessarily does a huge amount of damage, because the obvious question you would ask from that change is, okay, but like he is pretty significant player in House Targaryen, and if he didn't want his son to leave, he could send armies of soldiers out looking for him. But then it doesn't take a huge stretch of the imagination to say that like he can just change his mind. He was already willing to have the basic premise accepted, which is that Dunk should be he should take Egg to Squire. And he did also accept the argument that it's growing up around princes that caused the loss of his other sons anyway. So like it's a more, there's slightly more problems with it, but I don't think it's massively damaging that they changed it.
I think Bodes has the right idea. It might be an idea. It might be something that they changed so we can get a little bit more Makor in season 2, because he acted his ass off in that last episode. I really want to see more of that dude.
Well, like you see Egg go into the room of is it Ares? Arian? What's his name again?
Arian is the
Arian. I keep getting confused. There's so many. But like Arian, he goes in the room like he's gonna stab him, and his father's sitting there waiting to see it. See, that would be the impetus to let him go.
You know what? That's actually a good point. We don't even need any dialogue for that. Like Dunk's point is so strong, where like you've raised your sons up with all this wealth, and look what became of them. Like him being a hedge knight might be the best thing for him, and I think that scene probably seals it. And that scene's probably not in the books, right, Platoon?
Sorry, say again. It was
the scene of Egg, basically the darkness that they show in Egg in the finale. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it.
That particular scene, it's been a little while since I read the book. I don't believe that's in the book. I could be wrong.
And with that, I think you're right, Reaper. That scene pretty much nails it and gives us the justification for why Makor would do that. And it would only need like a little throwaway line in season 2 to fill it. I don't think it's going to be a big issue.
Which they could do. I mean, season 2 is going to have it's quite a lot of space to fill, because the second book is probably it's still like enjoyable, but it is like very little happens compared to the first book or the third book. So like they're going to have to pad it with something, and so like flashbacks to the Red Grass Field, and then the Blackfire Rebellion probably will be part of it. But they've got space to clear up any misconceptions or open-ended questions that come about from season 1 in there as well.
So like they're going to add a lot more original stuff to it, because as you said, it sounds like the story's not as padded.
Well, they did that with this season, because I read the Hedge Knight most off, and the stuff that they added were in line with the characters and the story, and it added a lot to it without taking away or killing the pacing. So they know they're doing so many.
But I think in this one you have so many strands you can pull, like reactions to people's deaths and stuff like that. Whereas in season 2, I've heard isn't like a dispute over like isn't it between like 2 castles or something like that?
Pretty much, it's the Blackfire Rebellion stuff becomes more important, because it's the background that explains a lot of the rivalries between there's 2 particularly important people, or 1 very important woman and 1 semi-important but less important guy who has a castle. There's a fight. Essentially, it's quite simple. It's a fight over who has the water in the local stream during a really hot summer when there's a drought, and the water gets diverted, and Dunk falls in with the less powerful of the 2 under false pretenses, and will learn why and what happens, and then try and you've got to work your way through essentially ancient grievances and old politic, which still inform your present day. But like compared to the stakes of book 1 and book 3, like, it's relatively small scale, but that affords you a lot more room for character drama and stuff.
It's just what makes this series work. It doesn't. We have the highest of stakes in the other shows. I think the return to simplicity is a part of the reason the show is so effective.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it'd be good if they give characters. Do you think they might like rely on comedy a little too much in second season? Because you already see that a little bit in season 1, him having diarrhea and the giant dick. So I hope they give us characters and story and not like slapstick comedy to pad it out.
I think it worked. I can't believe I'm even saying it. Like, I didn't think it would, but it fucking worked. I didn't really have an issue with the way they did it because they kept consistent with it throughout each episode. It wasn't this big, like, I can't think of one where it really fucked up the tone, but I could see it not working for some people. It's just one of those things.
I think it's fine because we had all that extra stuff and then we had actual comedy that was organic, like the egg. People call me stupid with
It
Dunk.
was hilarious, yeah.
That's very
But like,
funny.
But it's all character based, right?
Because this, yeah, but like this has less characters, so I hope it isn't just like we'll just throw that in because people thought it was funny.
Well, my
Like,
big
I hope it's
criticism
organic.
of the God of War thing earlier was like, this looks like something that's prime to be written by people who don't understand what made it work in the first place, just trying to jump on an IP. Where I feel the opposite of this. I feel like they know what made this season 1 work, and they can do it again. This didn't seem like a fluke.
Yeah, because
also-
it's the showrunner. The showrunner is really, really passionate about the source material, and he really is passionate about telling the story on screen. And when you look at the interviews with the showrunner, he's just there, like it's pure passion and dedication that's speaking.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing.
For now.
So if he, yeah,
Remember
for
Ryan?
now.
Remember
For
George
now,
said that
yeah.
about Ryan, and then that went haywire.
I'd rather have this dude and like fucking Ryan Coogler would have made Dunk black, like 100%. Like 100%. Egg would have had dreads. It made no sense. His head isn't even shaved. Like he would have fucked it all up completely.
Dude, Egg would
Like,
have Egg would have had the the side braids that they give every
Yes,
black
the Killmonger
character
hair.
nowadays.
He would have had the
Yeah,
Killmonger haircut.
haircut.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, the tarantula haircut. Yeah.
Candle
But like
head.
he's fell out with Dan and Dave. He fell out with Ryan Is it Congle?
Ryan
what's the name?
Condal, yeah.
Kondo.
Condal. And then this one seems to be working, but we don't know. Like Ira Park
Give it
might
a
just
year.
go, I have all the power, and he just goes crazy.
Well, he seems to
Give it
know
a
how
year,
to
man.
work George R. R. Martin because like Ira Parker did work on I think season 1 of House of the Dragon, and then moved over to Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And like George R. R. Martin was on set a bunch of times. They had loads of conversations. George R. R. Martin kept saying this has to be a faithful adaptation because he hates House of the Dragon. And so far, Ira Parker has managed to do that in a way that doesn't piss him off. The problem's going to come in that what they're doing well and what I like about it structurally in terms of it being 6 short episodes releasing every year as opposed to 2-3 year waits between seasons does mean we're going to run out of source material in the next 2 years. And what happens then? Because that'll be the part where George starts to get pissed off at any changes to stuff that he hasn't even written. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he
we'll
said
see.
he said he gave him like a few books ahead. Like they're probably like
they
bullet
gave him the
points, like-
outlines. He's
Yeah.
not written the next book. So he's only done the 3. He has ideas for where the story will probably go, and I think he gave the outlines over, but it's not quite the same thing. He
It
has
all
time.
happened-
He's got 2 years in which he can do some more writing if he wants to get off
He
his
won't.
fat, lazy ass, but he's not going to do it.
See,
You know what's
season
gonna
8 did
happen? Sorry, go on.
Real quick. Season 8 did so much damage that I think people forget how much original things in the show that were great, from Chaos is a Ladder to all the Arya and Tywin scenes. Half of Robert Baratheon's scenes weren't in the book, and the ones they added were phenomenal. Like literally one of my favorite scenes in season 1 isn't in the book. It's him reflecting what it was like being a knight and like the story he tells with the fuck, I can't remember the Kingsguard's name right now. Barristan Selmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do excellent work. Even House of the Dragon did excellent work in terms of how they changed Viserys' character. And now Dunk and Egg, the things that they've added have all been really fantastic. Someone's mentioning Robert and Cersei's scenes were originals about too. They've added some fantastic stuff that was in line with the show and the character. So I give them I have a little bit more faith than most in terms of them adding things that weren't from the book. But in terms of endings, that's when I get worried. You know what I mean? It's
like,
pretty tricky.
What if he does it again? This is a giant dumpster fire, and then he goes, "It'll be different in the books. It'll be different every
Fuck
time."
you, George.
He
I'm killing myself.
Because he might just be doing that. He might just be using these shows to test out the endings he's got in mind, and they all crash and burn. He goes, "Well, I won't be doing that."
It's just frustrating to think, because this show, just like House of the Dragon, made me and so many people realize, oh fuck, I still love this world, but god damn it, it's never gonna be finished. What are we gonna do? I just want
Well, they can just
an
keep
ending that
going
makes sense.
backwards. You know, you can do the 3 of these, and then you can go back in time again and do Aegon's Conquest, and you can go back in time for something else, and back in time for the Fall of Valyria. It works if you keep going backwards with George R.R. Martin. It's going forwards that's the problem.
It's the key. We just got to keep going back in time. Go to Valyria. If they can do this, I think they can do Robert's Rebellion, Aegon's Conquest, the Doom of Valyria, the Blackfire Rebellions. They can do so many different things. Except the original fucking story is just always
but then by the time they finish with all of those, it'll be long enough, and they can just redo Game of Thrones and do it properly. Because you know, by the year 2100, George will have finished that book, definitely.
Well, just real quick before we move on, the whole Breaking Bad downvoting cringe fest that happened. That was ridiculous. Yeah. That's all I can say. I'll move on to it. Yeah.
I think we'll make this the final topic of the evening, and then we'll move on to super chats. I know nothing about this, but apparently there's another Matrix movie happening. Yay!
Yay!
It's gonna be fucking garbage, dude. Matrix was it called Resurrections?
Resurrections.
Regurgitation. Excuse you. It's regurgitation.
Matrix 3 was already bad. Then when they brought in, Resurrections. I was so appalled, man. Thank God that was day and it released at the cinemas and on HBO, I think at the same time. Oh my God, I was gonna spend money in the theaters, and then I saw that it had released on digital, and I was thanking God that day that, thank God, I didn't spend money in theaters to watch Matrix Resurrections. I'm very sorry to everyone else who did, man, but that movie was garbage.
There's one Jaws and there's one Matrix. You got to do the thing. You just got to do the thing. Ignore the rest of those bitches. There's no Jaws 4. There's no Matrix regurgitations. Just no. It's just one of those times.
Listen, I'm a stupid person, man. I love Jaws 4. Listen, Jaws the Revenge is my shit, dude. Michael Caine in the Bahamas, dude. Yeah. I love that movie. There's no tomorrow. But Matrix. Where will the story even go? You know, what are we doing? What is
Zion?
this? Dude, the Matrix peaked when we were fucking raving back on Zion, dude. That was it.
Zion rave. That was it. What am I watching here? What's going on? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but this is I can't even see where you're gonna take the story with this. I can't even understand why you want to do this, because the Matrix fucking tanked after 4. I don't think it has any goodwill with anyone left, except for people saying, "Oh, it's a new Matrix movie," and maybe being interested in the way it looks. But in terms of story, people aren't going to be interested in that whatsoever.
Is it a reboot, or is it new story or reboot?
They would have to ignore 4, because 4 isn't. It just makes no sense. The entire thing is kind of a disgrace, and only one of the Wachowskis didn't want to do it, so made it because they didn't like the studio or something, or because they're just completely talentless hacks. I don't know. So I'm not entirely sure. I would imagine they will try to reboot it, but then this is a Warner movie, right? So it might be in development now. Will be interesting to see whether it will still be in development after the Paramount merger. They might look at it and say, no, the prospects for this are shit. So no, thank you. Or they might look at it and say it's a profitable franchise potentially. So yes, progress.
No.
If the Wachowskis aren't involved, it might have a chance. But
they should just I was gonna say maybe they should do a TV show, but we already have the Animatrix, which is
game or something. I feel like there's still
they've done that too. The Matrix Online, that was one of the reasons that the Matrix 4 struggles to make any kind of sense, is because after the Matrix 3, the Wachowskis basically said that we're happy for other people to carry on in various other mediums. The Matrix Online came around, and they had that as a canon continuation of the Matrix storyline, and then the Matrix 4 is a canon continuation of the Matrix Online, which means a whole bunch of stuff that happens in the game that no one played, which is why it doesn't exist anymore, like Morpheus dying, that gets picked up in the Matrix 4 and say, oh yeah, that happened, by the way. And the audience is like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah, Matrix Online, you should check it out. Oh wait, you can't. Ha! Fuck you.
But
I remember...
Yeah, go ahead, Reaper.
I remember a Matrix game for the PS2. Wow, what was it called?
Enter the Matrix.
That was it. Yeah. There was a weird period where you had films and then you had games directly off the films, and you were actually okay because it was back in the day where they used to give them to nerd companies full of 30 guys.
Return of the King. Return of the King. If you played the Lord of the Rings games, those were awesome, man.
You used to actually get good games based on the movie, and then Now you get because you got 500 women in the studio. They're all suck ass now.
But is that not just simple business? I watched the movie. This is awesome. I want to relive this in some way. Boom, there's the game. I can play this over and over and over again and rewatch the movie when I feel like. It's just smart business. And it was such an easy transition. And the game quality was actually pretty decent. They've just
Video
lost
game
that.
tie-ins are dead, man.
Where was the Marvel game? Like Marvel Rivals is like 20 years late, bro. Like, what are you fucking doing? Where was the proper Marvel games when the MCU was in its prime? That's just
they did an awful microtransaction game. The map was like 3 maps, and it was terrible.
Stupid.
Absolutely terrible.
Oh,
but they've
most
always
of it
done
is
that.
on mobile now. That's the thing. All the video game tie-ins nowadays are mobile games, pretty much.
Well, look at Marvel Comics. Like when Marvel was a juggernaut, you had fucking Ironheart on the front instead of Iron Man.
Idiots.
They've been like stupid, no synergy whatsoever.
I just want to comment. Bonesaws ready. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. That game was dope as hell too.
That was awesome.
Epic lightsaber fights ever.
I like that one.
In my basement, like yelling and screaming over those ones. I remember that. That game.
Yeah, there was
for
a bad Iron Man game.
Hmm?
The initial Iron Man it had a tie-in game. That was like I think one of the only Marvel tie-in games that we had.
You see how Batman Arkham Asylum had like his whole own series. Iron Man should have gotten a series of games to that level of detail. Like they should have really committed. He's such a popular character, and he's so easy to get into as well.
They did that with Spider-Man because Spider-Man's now because they copied basically the same gameplay as fucking Arkham Asylum. He's having number 1. He did number 2, which was shit. And now we're doing Wolverine. And have you seen the leak for like Jean Grey? She looks about 60. It's like Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2 looked like Peter's mother. Like the women in it look hideous. And it's because women in the industry don't like drawing women who are more attractive than they are. That is basic female behavior. And they all like you can have one girl if she's surrounded by dudes. But you get 2 or 3 together, you get a conspiracy. That's what happens. They start Me Tooing people and going, I think Mary Jane should have tiny tits because my tits aren't big.
I think security gets involved, man. That should not happen as a creative. It's crazy.
Yeah, they ruin everything. Women ruin all games. Get them out.
Well, there's a bunch of examples to
95.
make. One of my biggest ones that I always comes to it is Mystique by Rebecca Romaine Stamos. Not only did she actually do the paints and the outfit so much more consistently than stupid Jennifer Lawrence did, but they were willing to really commit to like the nudity aspect of it, and it just made for something so memorable. Nowadays, everything needs to be like sanitized and censored, and just like I don't know, fucking horrible comparison when I think of it. She's always going to be the real Mystique in my mind. Like if they ever bring that character back, I don't want to see Jennifer Lawrence ever anywhere near.
Because Jennifer Lawrence got too big while the X-Men movies were going on, so she was like, "Yeah, fuck this makeup. I'm too much of an A-lister for this shit." Like, what do you mean?
My face. Like,
yeah. It's like fuck off, man. It's so bad, dude.
You didn't see Rebecca's face until the 3rd X-Men movie. Like she actually committed to the makeup.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my god, they're the 2 images anyway. She looks like she looks like a nan, like a grandma. Jean Grey, man, like they just. Oh god, women are so ugly in gaming now. It's been that way for years.
God.
Is it?
What the fuck is this?
She looks like a witch. The witch in Skyrim.
that was some of the leaks. Like, and also they have you noticed they do it on purpose? Who's that black bald woman with giant eyes? She's
Olivia
Count
yeah, every
Cynthia
game.
Erivo, I don't know.
Every model they make ugly, but hair they keep the same. Have you noticed that? She looks exactly like. Isn't that interesting? The models get changed, but the fucking bug-eyed alien woman with bald head stays the same.
Interesting. Right. I suggest, because they have been piling up, that we move on to super chats. Question before we do: if there are 31 super chats, do you reckon we can do these in an hour? I have to stream Resident Evil after this, so I'm trying to figure out what time to start that. I reckon we can do that in an hour. Maybe.
I think we can do it in an hour, honestly.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to schedule it. Then I have to remember how I actually set this stuff up.
Are you going to play Requiem?
Yes, I have to do
new game. Everyone's all over that right now. How's it?
Is it good or?
I've been watching Blue Collar Loser play it. So from the beginning, honestly, it takes a bit. It took about an hour and a half for the gameplay as Grace to really hit its stride. But then once it does, the enemies are really fucking unforgiving. That's for sure. Oh my god, dude.
What's
They're
the best?
like,
Oh, no,
yeah?
sorry, not to interrupt.
No,
I don't know.
go ahead, go ahead.
What's the best game in this series, in your opinion?
So I can't really speak on that because I've
Oh.
only played the remakes. So I've only played the 2015 RE1 remake, and then RE2, 3, and 4 as remakes, and then the RE5. Sadly, I couldn't play it because fuck
Oh, you don't want
the
to.
AI. The AI is trash when you're playing alone. Okay,
Shava!
she keeps killing me. This bitch, I cannot even get past the first boss without her. Oh my. All right, so there we go. So I skipped 5. I watched the game movie, and then I played 6. So I can't really give you a proper saying, but out of the remakes, I do prefer 4. That for me is the best, and it is the longest game.
Pretty much everybody decides 4 is the best one. I think I'm just gonna skip to that.
What I've heard about Requiem is that it gets kind of jarring when you switch between Grace and Leon, where she's like, oh, she can't really fight, and then Leon's like fucking John Wick, just murdering everyone.
Leon is crazy, dude. And plus, they gave him these really cool animations when he kills people. It's really interesting. It's fun. I've only been watching Blue Collar play because I don't have a PS5, and I'm waiting for that shit. You know, it has the new one on PC, so I'm waiting for a bit.
You know why they have Grace? Because they actually respect the character. They we wanted to have a bit more horror in the game. But Leon has been doing this for 30 years. He's obviously not going to be scared. Like, we can't have Leon cry. So we have to invent a new character to do that. That's why Leon comes in and just fucking kills everyone. At least they respect the character.
A good job. It's a good way that they've done it. I think it's a good way that they've done it. Story-wise, I haven't really finished it. Blue Collar is still streaming the game, so I haven't seen the ending. But for now, the beginning is quite good. I think Platoon, you're gonna enjoy it.
Okay, that'll be good because I have no experience with the Resident Evil whatsoever. But if I'm to make my newly arbitrary start time, we'd better get going. TGV Monster for $2. Hi everyone, missed you all so much, and BSUP, we missed you too, but we are back. We can't ever take time off, as it turns out, because there's literal world wars that start when we do. So for the sake of everyone else, we'll never take time off again.
It's a long 3 weeks.
TGV Monster for $5. Been playing Resident Evil 9. It's very good, but you get whiplash when switching between characters. 1 minute you're Laurie Strode, and then you're John Wick. Yeah, it's basically exactly what you just said. And spying on the super chats. Winter GS for $10. Where the hell have you people been? I've had a genius idea, a British cop procedural starring all of you. Character description starts next week with Platoon. Okay. Yeah, draw together the pitch deck, send it to Netflix, and you'll be fine. Sounds like
clearly I'm going to be some fucking like criminal, some child rapist or something. He's going to do with me.
Recurring villain.
Mine won't be flattering.
Like Skeletor. You just every week, and off you go. TGV Monster for another $2. Also, Reaper, come, do not come. Don't come. Do not come even.
Okay. I'm gonna come.
Sleazy Caesar for $5 $. Do you think the hiatus was because they were making an intro theme song? No.
Possibly. Maybe it'll premiere next week. Who knows? Okay.
I mean, it could. It won't, but it could.
The cold open is almost a thing of its own at this point.
Joey Bag of Donuts for $17.32 for $4.99. We broke so hard last beats up. He needed a break from our shenanigans. Reaper, do you have any more stories for us? Have a great week, y'all. I'm sure you do. Just try and keep it to 30 seconds or less.
Not on the top of my head. I might think of one next week. No. Well, the problem is I want to censor some because I know some are really bad. So.
Next week, then you can build up your energy
yeah,
something truly scandalous.
I'll remind you before the stream.
P-acalypse or Pacalypse? Two-pacalypse. Oh, that's good. I like that. Two-pacalypse. I get it now. Sorry, it's a rappist, Stephen. So I don't really get it. But €10. Your absence has reminded me of my father. Don't ever leave us like that again, please. P.S. Cynic watch Game of Thrones.
No, scratch that. Watch House of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
been
better.
changed.
I have
Yeah.
given you
Takes
the
3
links
hours.
in the fucking Discord.
Like 3 hours.
I do know one story.
Quick
say
pitch.
one
It's
quick-
like go ahead. Sorry, Ricker.
I know it's not about me, but it's about I know a guy who he paid for his girlfriend to go through college, to go for university, paid for a house, paid for everything. She then dumps him, gets fucked by everyone. I mean, everyone. And then comes back pregnant. And says, oh, the baby's yours. And they're getting married. So he's raising someone else's child.
Where the fuck
What's
did that
that
come
mean?
from?
You got Forrest Gump, dude. What the fuck?
Dude, that was a dead quick story. I just reminded that. It's
Mega
even worse because she used to bring guys back to the house to bang, and he would hear it through the walls and cry.
I'm sure he's not a cook.
He
He is a
sounds
cook.
like the
He is a
definition of a cock. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was trying to trade upwards, and she couldn't do it because she got fucked by all these fellas, and none of them wanted her. Not a single one.
What are your
So,
bedtime
yeah,
stories
we'll
feature like
talk about-
rape and like sadism and just craziness every single time?
Jesus Christ, man.
Well,
I
we
think the
were
saddest-
going in opposite directions. I was gonna say cynic, like it's got nothing to do with the other shows, and it's somehow the best introductory to the series in terms of just getting used to things. That's the one I
Okay.
recommend for newcomers. It's so short, so easy to watch, and
You
unlike
watch it
Game
in
of
3
Thrones,
hours.
where you literally need like a whole like map and breakdown, like pen and no, it's a dude with a horse and a sword just trying to make the best out of his life. It's so simple, but extremely effective. So this I legitimately recommend, so you know what the fuck we're talking about.
I
The other
have
one's a
given
bit
you the
more.
links. They're there. Just
Do it.
I will watch the show. Yes.
This one is such an easy watch. It's such a just refreshing as well.
Is
And
indeed.
we touched on that without mentioning the Apple Chad. Like what a fucking MVP side
Oh.
character this dude was. Mhm.
Bonesaur is ready for $5. First, the TV show about Kratos in Greece finding a way to kill Ares would have been great. Secondly, why did they cast Hasbulla as Atreus?
Do you know who
Hasbulla?
Hasbulla is?
Yeah, I do.
Yes. If you don't know who Hasbulla is, pull him up just so you can. That's
Does actually look quite a lot like him.
Look,
now
I'll
thinking
give you
about
this.
I know who he is.
Yeah.
it. Good question. We shall never know the answer to that question. But James Busher for £5. RIP Robert Duvall and Eric Dane. Also, Cynic, get Nerdrotic on a future BSUP.
I have tried. They have like a firewall. Okay, it's like
A
impossible
firewall.
to get to
They
Gary.
just block you.
Yeah.
You need to go via X-Ray Girl. I'll message her, see if she'll say yes.
All right.
Oh, is he? Does he like go talk to my secretary?
Talk to my
like
secretary.
like the
At
fucking
this
New York
point, probably,
banker?
yeah. Shit.
It is
I'd
kind of
love
like
to do
that.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would love to be. I'd love to. Or when I get 100,000, I'm gonna be an absolute prick.
Well,
second
it's
you hit it.
it's kind of like the "You have my people talk to your people, and I'm like, but I am my people.
Yeah. Hello, I'm here. I'm trying to talk, bro. It's just tough. Using the chat once, you at least know it exists.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Big T 1519 for $1.99. Dyslexic BSUP fans right now. Nice. I don't
Get it, but nice.
get it. No,
Nice.
nice.
South Park would go, is this teacher sleeping with his students? Is it a man? No, it's a hot woman. And they all go, nice.
Nice. Yeah, but what does that have to do with being dyslexic or a fan of this show?
I don't know.
Oh, well, there you go.
maybe he typed the wrong words. He's dyslexic. Who knows?
Rethuglican, $5. Reaper coming in hot. You can hear Mauler and them screaming in the background if you listen carefully enough, like an echo in the distance. I think this is in reference to your God of War.
I don't like God of War.
Ragnarok memes.
Yeah, I don't like it. They love it.
I want to see that debate. Let it go down.
Well, God, it's such a bore. It's so bloated. Like the Jotunheim segments, you're just on the back of a fucking camel. I'm just going like, oh my God, I don't care.
Hmm.
But it's not terrible. It's just not very good.
No, it's not. It's not bad. It's just bloated. I think that's the
Yeah,
that's the thing.
bloated,
I agree
yeah.
with
Fight.
Eden XJ 3QM for 25 plins. Every time I see this photo, I get reminded of the time the Dutch giant did a Kratos cosplay. He would be ideal to this role. I don't know
Yeah.
who the Dutch giant is. Who is that?
I sent it in the Discord. Wait, let me.
Yeah,
let me
the
just-
Dutch giant. It's the perfect name. He's fucking massive.
Here, this is the guy in the Discord.
He should be playing everybody right now. Let's just make some money. He's like
he
10
looks really
feet
good.
tall.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does look bad.
He's fucking
he
massive.
looks really good. Yeah,
And he's not just tall. He's big. He's got
big. Yeah,
that-
he's bulky.
yeah.
Oh, there's a picture on his Instagram of it. See if I can actually get it.
No, dude, check the Discord. Normally, just click on
Oh,
the
you
dot. It'll link you to the attack. I sent it like yesterday or something. You'll see.
Oh yeah, he looks way better. Plus the beard.
Yeah.
I think the beard. Yeah, it's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks like he'd
Good.
pull your head off with his hand.
Yep. Between him and Halfthor, like these fucking guys are just monsters, man.
Oh yeah, they eat steroids like Tic Tacs. They just eat them like
Yeah.
aspirin.
It's like, dude, injected. No, just give it to me. Boom.
Horse meat and steroids for breakfast.
Mhm.
TGV Monster for $2. Thor, a fat loser from God of War or MCU? Is he a
Both.
I've never played either any God of War game. Is he a fat loser in those?
Well,
not
in
a-
the
he's not
first
a-
game, oh, he is. He gets bullied by his dad.
I
He's
don't
like,
know.
my dad picks on
You
me.
see, I think it's deeper than that. You know, like it's much more deeper than
Well,
the
it's
fact
supposed to be
that,
about the abusive father. It's like the difference
Yeah.
between Odin and Kratos. But like, it's what we would describe from Thor in the first game is that he is quite a sadistic piece of shit. But in this one, it's like his dad forces him to do things, and it's like, well, you're taking a lot of like the menacing aspect of him away from the character when he's
So
just a
I
slave
agree.
to his dad.
I agree that you don't really see the brutality of Thor as much as he's hyped up to be in the first God
Yeah.
of War game. But I do think that he's quite a strong character. Although, yeah, like I could see people just saying, "Oh, he's just a
And he
bitch."
goes out
or
like a bitch.
something. Yeah,
He goes out like his dad just
I
goes,
can I can see that. Yeah,
His dad
I can
pegs him
understand
with-
the
with
argument.
just
I can
fucking
understand the
spear.
argument.
I hate it. I hated what they did with him. Because in the first game, it is like Thor just smashes a giant's head in because it's fun. There's like a giant, like that's the guy described. In the second game, he's like, "My dad said I have to fight you." I was like, "Fuck off." And that's the thing as well.
Ooh.
Triple
Is
H.
in some guy wrote he killed Dave, he killed both his sons. What happens in the first game when Magni dies? He beats Modi, calls him a coward, and sends him to his death. He didn't give a fuck about his children. In the second game, his wife goes, "But why are you talking to Atreus? He killed your sons." He's like, "Yeah." Like, hang on a second, you didn't give a fuck about them. You sent one to their death.
Yeah, I agree with you on that aspect. Yes.
Yeah, the way he's described and the way he's depicted are contradictory. I'll leave it at that because Platoon's got to play a game.
Radio 9K for €2. Triple H could have played Kratos. Simple acting role.
He can't act though. He looks like him. He's got the
he
face,
looks like
but,
him, but
Go watch Blade 3, and that was the beginning and end of his fucking career. Bro, trust me. I love Triple H. I really respect how much he got out of his career when he didn't have like he didn't have anything special in terms of like charisma, his look, athletic ability, or whatnot, but he got everything out of what he had, and look how long he's been a part of that industry. He's like, I do really like that dude, but no. No.
it also helps that he married the boss's daughter.
That
but-
helps too. That does
True.
help.
Well, he was going out with China first, weren't he? And he kind of dumped
Yeah,
her
he
for Stephanie
fucking,
McMahon.
and then her life just went out the rail. That's actually a sad story, man.
Well,
what happened
Stephanie
in China
McMahon didn't
after
like
that?
her. She didn't like it because she was Triple H's ex.
There's a whole bunch of things that go. China got a lot of bias too because of like she apparently wasn't that good of a wrestler, but her persona was like, oh, the strongest woman in the world, so they had to pretend like she was. So there's a lot of controversy that goes behind her, but she's like, that's a whole podcast in itself. Her whole story is just fascinating. You're familiar, Reaper?
Yeah, I know that. I saw her all. Like she just goes out tragically. Like, Jesus.
If you saw her on that reality show thing where she was drunk the entire time bullying Mini-Me, did you guys ever see that?
Yeah.
They made like a mini room for Mini-Me, the actor Vern Troyer, and China thought it was cute, so she stole it because she's a drunk bitch.
What?
Yeah, she's like, it's cute. You can go take the other one. And he's like so depressed on his stroller, and she just rolls. It's fucked up. That's all I'll say. It was like it was a reality show for like washed up has-beens, and Little Me and China were on it at the same time. And I will never forget that bitch stole his tiny room because she thought it was cute.
Sticking on the subject of reality shows for Washed Up Happenings, Big T for $4.99. Cynic, been watching WWE from my childhood, 15 to 20 years ago. Is WWE today still worth watching? Glad to see CM Punk back though.
That's a good question. Right now, it's not as hot as it was like a couple of years ago. The stories were really great, but I don't know. Like the late 2010s were really horrible, and I guess right now it's just kind of boring with great characters. Like they have all the pieces, but they're not really doing anything with it.
need
So
new
I don't know.
writers.
It's worth checking out. Yeah, they just need some new writers to inject some life into it. But I think it's worth checking out. Anything with CM Punk in it's like pretty. It's gold. That's good stuff always.
Not a UFC fight. Let's throw that in there.
Not a UFC fight for sure. Yeah.
Bro did not a single punch. It's one of the worst.
Still, I do have to commend the athleticism of WWE stars, man. Dude, those guys are really, really like
It's
they're
not even
selling
just
their
that.
shit, man.
It's a performance to be able to make you forget that it's fake for that split moment. And not a
Yep.
lot of people can do that properly. The Attitude Era had people that would put their lives on the line every Monday night. So you'd kind of forget for a second that it's scripted, because it's just, if it's well constructed, it's well constructed. Like a good spot is a good spot, you know?
Dude, when John Cena raised Big Show for the first time, I was literally just screaming at the TV. I was like, "Holy shit, man! John Cena has Big Show up like this!" Oh man,
Not even that for me.
WWE was a
For
trip,
me,
man.
it was the more significant things. Like for me, like my favorite moment of all time is probably the Mankind being thrown off the cage, because you can't
Ooh.
fake that. You can rehearse that as much as you want. You can plan that spot as much as you want. You're getting thrown off a cage like 20, 30 feet and landing through a table. There's so many things that can go wrong, and they all went wrong. And
Even
he
the
pretty much
iconic,
was like half dead, and he still was trying to perform for the crowd. I love McMahon.
Yeah, even the iconic Batista, you know, where Vince basically tore both of his fucking quads. It's like, yo, the show must go on.
So
It's
crazy.
crazy.
That's the best fucking moment. Vince McMahon
insane.
comes out for a spot. He's supposed to be the angry boss cussing off the guys, and he blows out both of his fucking quads, and he's there on the ground.
Just like that, like,
and he's still in character. Crazy. Fucking, yo, Vince is a legend.
Vince is insane, dude. Yeah, WWE was entertaining as
Yeah.
fuck, man.
Yeah, just unspeakably gay. Anyway, Joe Bag of Donuts for $4.99. Speaking of bad adaptations, Baldur's Gate is going to be shit. They're going to use characters that had definitive ends in my canon playthrough. Yeah, because they are doing a TV adaptation and they are not involving anyone from Larian Studios, so they are
It's a
deliberately
spin-off.
not speaking to the devs about it.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Baldur's Gate 3. So like all you've seen the arc, you've seen them defeat the Elder Brain and shit, and it's like, well, what now? Oh, it's just there's no story.
stupid.
It's terrible. Yeah, like, and it only works as a game. Like it's D&D. That's what it is. It doesn't work as a fucking TV show or a movie.
Slapped member for 30 months, an 11:30 start. Well, this one is for tomorrow. It wasn't. It was the 10:30 start. You're just in a wrong part of the world.
He's on my time zone.
Nothing we can do about that. You know, just move to a sensible country. Not England, in other words. Big T, $15.19, $4.99. Who the fuck are these people? Were Barrera and Ortega's characters not being in Scream 7 explained or ignored? Also, where is BSUP 95? The public deserves to know.
They're not even brought. I think they just say like the New York incident, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
say,
they
what
just
happened in New
ignore
York.
it.
Completely
Like
ignored.
Sydney is said that the reason why she isn't in those movies was because she was in like a nut house.
Basically, yeah. That was
that's
it.
it. It explains
they just
Sydney,
say,
not them.
Yeah, they just say the incident in New York. That's pretty much the thing done.
And as far as episode 95, I will upload it today. I've just been so busy, I forgot all about that.
It's fine. No, that is basically the rule. If we're not live, it's usually because something massively busy and annoying has occurred. And if we aren't able just to chat shit for 2 hours, the odds of us doing admin are quite slim. So that's the reason.
Plus, in '95, we were talking about Epstein when it was hot. All the files came out, and
Oh yeah, that was that one.
you were worried about getting assassinated.
DGB Monster for $5. I'm glad Netflix won't get their hands on Lord of the Rings. They would just make it like The Witcher, though Paramount made Starfleet Leering Academy. Yeah, they did. Yes. So you know,
Don't we have Rings of Power?
we already have. Yeah, we have Rings of Power. It's just Oh dear.
Haven't they said the Hunt for Gollum, they're recasting Aragorn because Viggo Mortensen has too much self-respect?
He does, yeah.
Vigo's performance as Aragorn is literally one of my favorite performances of all time. I do not need any more. Just leave it alone. He became king, and that's the end. Like, fuck off. I'm just happy if that's. I hope if that's true. I hope that's the specific reason why it's true. That Vigo basically said no.
Well, I mean, I think he did say no partly on the grounds that he's too old, and I would imagine partly on the grounds that he has too much respect for the character. But I don't know if it's an apocryphal quote. I know I've read quotes supposedly from him talking about like how Peter Jackson doesn't see the problems with the overuse of CG, and in fact thought a lot of the practical stuff, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy was inferior to the CG stuff that he was able to do for the Hobbit, like the designs for the orcs, which is something that Viggo Mortensen doesn't agree with. Like, that might be apocryphal. I've read it, but I read it on the internet, so
There's
it's
no way
probably shit.
There's no way he said that he would praise anything in the Hobbit over Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is going to look good 1,000 years from now because of the work that they did. How could he not see that?
No,
I think
the
he said
Hobbit is memed on immediately.
He said he's too obsessed with CGI.
What does that mean exactly?
I think he's saying the practical effects that made the first films look good, like the miniatures and stuff, he's becoming less reliant on, and he's becoming more obsessed with using CGI. So, like, I think Peter Jackson said he didn't like how the orcs looked human. That's why I think he said something like that's why he prefers the design of Azog, the white orc.
Because he's a CGI plastic piece of shit? Like, what?
Because he looks less human.
He doesn't look like he's there. I don't care if they're like human or not. They're there. They're on screen. Like I remember at the beginning of the Two Towers when they when Merry and Pippin are being carried by the Urukai. I remember just being blown away by the practical effects. Like, oh, what do you smell? Man flesh, and them interacting with each other. It's just like, oh my god, I fucking love everything about this. It just adds a little detail. You'll never have that with what fucking the pale orc, whatever his name is. He just was like plastic. Nobody remembers him. Like Glug, as lame as he is, looks 1,000 times better than the pale orc. Like
was it Rotface? What's the number 3, the leader?
Nazmog.
Yeah, that's
Gothmog.
Gothmog. Yeah, because they look so. They said they had to make custom pieces for each actor. That's why they all look so great. With CGI, copy paste.
Exactly. And the performance as well. Like I remember that guy's voice and his delivery, and the fact that he was like crippled but still had this really rough demeanor to him too. Everything about that dude, he just carried every scene he was in. And it's how do you not understand what made that work? Part of the reason those films are below. It's part of the reason millions of people rewatch them over and over and over again. Those are the details that make them rewatchable. It's I don't know how you could possibly say that.
Maybe we should just be glad that we got the Lord of the Rings when we did then, before he went mad with power. Innovative Nutmeg 2298 for €10. Question for the panel: Have you any theories why Scream 7 has dominated the box office despite the controversy with Melissa Barrera and the poor critical reception? My theory would be that there's fuck all else out. Is there a better theory than that?
Well, people love horror, man. People love watching horror movies.
Nostalgia and name brands. And I feel like most people would assume that a Scream movie coming out in 2026 is going to do something new and interesting and innovative, but it didn't. So
I also think like no one knows about that Melissa Barrera controversy.
Yeah.
Like I think the general audience has no clue about that, and they don't give a fuck.
I had no idea.
No clue.
Well, apparently she got fired for pro-Palestine things. That's the story anyway.
Right.
From Screen Set. But like, who cares? Nobody knows.
No one gives a shit. The only people that give a shit are the vocal people on Twitter, and they're massive. Like they're a minority, in terms of the movie going audience. And even then, like I don't
remember
think
seeing some people talking about boycotting Scream 7.
Yeah, exactly.
That went well.
That's why it was review bombed.
Remember Joker? Don't watch Joker. It's dangerous and made $1 billion. That's the problem when you boycott, especially from these people who you don't like. Don't watch this movie. Well, I'm obviously going to watch it.
Yeah,
because I don't like
go check it out now.
you.
Yeah, and also Scream 7 is like it's a horror movie, so people love going to watch horror movies regardless of what it is. So that's just how it is. Like that's just how it works. Shelby Oaks was like the one that like managed to get out of the mold where no one went to watch that shit.
Other than Shelby,
it's crazy, man.
Other than Shelby Oaks, almost every other horror movie is gonna get an inflated viewership because horror fans are some of the most diehard motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah,
they will watch anything
watch
horror
anything.
just in case it's good. They're
and it's a lot of young people that just go to the cinema to watch a horror movie to be scared. That's it. They don't really care about what's going on screen. They just go as a group to say, "Oh, we're gonna go watch a horror movie." They don't really care what the movie is. Like that's a huge amount of horror audiences. Just people going to watch it because they want to be scared. They don't care what's on screen.
That is so true. I remember being like in high school and even before then, so many people would go in big like groups of people to watch movies like Gothic. I remember specifically, and it's just jump scares and an excuse to guys to cuddle up to girls and whatnot, and like just they don't even care about the quality of it because most movies aren't going to be able to get that reaction out of them unless they're horror movies. It's such a simplistic take. But the problem with that is they think that's all horror. They don't actually appreciate like well-written existential crises and all the different things you can do. Shelby Oaks was not a masterpiece. It was not a triumph. I rewatched that in good quality to show my friend, and it was fucking shit all over again.
Isn't a big problem though? Like Markiplier is like really smart because he put himself as the face of the movie. Because you are here to see a Markiplier movie, whereas Shelby Oaks, it's directed by Chris Stuckman, who most people don't like, but his own fans can't see him. So like, why are they watching it? They don't care. It's like people showing up to Minecraft just for Chicken Jockey. They're there just for that thing. And who cares if he's directing it? You want to see Chris Stuckman if you're a Chris Stuckman fan. I don't. But I assume they exist.
Yeah, there must be 5 or 6 people.
There's got to be a couple.
There's dozens of us.
I think they all did show up. That's why its box office was so astounding. Proctophile for $2. Uninspired. Check your DMs for leaked photo of Clayface.
Yeah,
is that code for dick pic, or is that?
Maybe, you never know. It's the picture I sent I forwarded to the BSUP group. It looks like trash, but it looks bad. But thank you, Procto.
Mexican American male for $5. We'd appreciate it if you guys can upload the VODs on the BSUP channel sooner or leave the streams up and let us know if you guys aren't streaming. I repeat my comment from earlier. If we're not streaming, it's because something's going on. So again, admin sort of takes a backseat. We don't just take 3-week holidays randomly. So understand the frustration, but we're doing this alongside 15,000 other things in our lives. So it's not always going to be smooth and professionally run. If you hadn't got that opinion by the beginning of this stream, then you never will.
How about no? Tell him to go fuck himself.
There you go.
Bonesaw is ready for $5. Hey, Jedi, I loved your video comparing Starfleet Academy, that would be right, to Naruto. I think about another Naruto comparison would be comparing Rock Lee to Rey for building a character.
There's a million things you can do. There's a million people you can compare Rey to. Rock Lee is like one of the most iconic anime characters just for that small arc that he had. And I would put that as like top tier coming of age storytelling, like really some true, like the type of shit you should show your kids. So there's certain values and certain concepts they can get introduced to before they actually experience those things themselves. It's just really, really well done for an anime that is so childish in so many ways. It does things that are significantly substantive and meaningful. And I wanted to highlight that specific scene and compare it to Starfleet because I was just like, Star Trek is supposed to be more. Star Trek's supposed to mean something. It's supposed to be deeper than this. It's not supposed to be a fucking joke, an absolute joke. So I think that's a good comparison for anyone to check out the state of Star Wars. And interestingly enough, check out a small piece of why anime fans are so gung-ho about anime. Because when they do it well, they do it fantastic. It's basically a group of young students who are like ninjas being graded on their ability to cheat during an exam. The entire test is for them to cheat without being caught, which creates so much interesting dynamics and stories within the characters and the way they play it out. And I compared it to something with Star Trek that's just fucking abysmal, man.
Naruto passing was bullshit though, because he just goes right. He just sits there, gives up, and he go, "Aha! The test was, do you have the nerve to stay?" It's like, no,
that's not bullshit at all. Him being the only one to pass with a blank page is what makes it fucking brilliant. The last question is the most important part of it. 100% yes.
No, it's how do you steal from other people and gather
Hell no.
information without being seen? And then it's like he just sits there. He sits
failed
there like
that
a
aspect.
retard going. That's saying he doesn't do anything. He just sits there and goes, "You pass."
Reconnaissance was the initial purpose of the test.
He didn't do any.
Hold on, wait.
He did none.
Reconnaissance was the main purpose of the test, but the true test was the last question. Because if you're not willing to take these risks and you're going to hold yourself back, you'll never be a true ninja. He nailed that, and that's part of the reason it makes it weak. They showed him fail and succeed in the same time.
Has nothing to do with the last question. You didn't have to do the reconnaissance. He wasted everyone's time with the reconnaissance.
You haven't watched it in years if you're saying that. They addressed that within the episode, but
no, because he says take the tuning test now and you'll never get to do it again, or you can come back a few years later. He should have just done that question. The reconnaissance was a waste of time.
No, I completely disagree. But we could chat about that after. I've rewatched it very recently. I completely disagree.
Well, you're wrong, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Very wrong.
No, I'm not.
And we've reached the weeb quota for the stream, so you can carry that one on later. Kuntz, 65 shekels. Have you ever gotten punched for your bluntness? No.
Lies.
Never. I
Nice.
believe it or not, I could be really nice and charming if I'm in trouble. So I'll just talk my way out of it.
This motherfucker, his fucking accent. Fuck that platoon guy. You didn't have one of those in class? Come on. Fucking prick.
Oh yeah, like especially where I'm from, there was a lad from London and he had a posh accent, and we bullied him horrifically because he was different. I'm just saying, you've got to be careful when you hang around thugs and dregs up north.
I've been to Liverpool. I played gigs up in Liverpool, and bizarrely the accent worked.
Didn't some guy go like try and chase you or something?
Yeah, that was this very large black homosexual man, because the club that we were playing in became a gay bar after 11 p.m. And I was supposed to go back on the train like earlier that day, but I was high by that point, so I figured I'd stick around. And then spent the entire evening being chased around. It was great. And protected by Liverpudlian women, because no one messes with them.
They're horrible. You haven't heard them have an argument? They sound like a tea kettle. They go ee like that. Just. And he throw punches as well. The fucking.
I got that impression. That's why I felt very safe around them. Yeah,
that's why you
wouldn't want to be on the other side.
You have to hit them as hard as you can to establish dominance. One smack and she's on the floor, and then she knows not to question you.
Kund for another 65 Swedish shekels. Blooch should get a pet monkey and name it the little baboon. I should do that. Yeah, I'll add it to my long list of things I should do.
Yeah, little monkeys are cool, man. I remember my dad actually bought one. Well, he tried to buy one. He actually brought it to the house, and we kept it for a couple of days. So, to preface this by saying, I grew up, my dad was filthy rich, so like that's why we could afford to buy a fucking monkey. So it was cool. It was cool though.
Oh, okay.
I remember the one in Malcolm in the Middle where he tries to kill the owner. Did anyone watch that episode?
I think I vaguely
remember it. Yeah,
he picks up a knife and he tries to chase him. He's disabled and he can't. He's trying to feed him like bleach.
Mr. Bones for $19.99. 3 weeks of no BSUP. I was starting to worry y'all got gulagged or broke up. Y'all was sorely missed. This really is the best show in the universe. No P. I appreciate you all and hope you all have a pleasant week. Well, thank you very much, and we appreciate you too. We are back, and we will remain back until the next time we're up. Yeah.
Rob next week.
Spiegel for 35 zars. I, for one, can't wait for Grace Randolph's review of I Swear. It would be very funny if she did review it. I would watch that, but I don't. The last thing I heard, she was talking about how it's scheduled to open alongside the Michael Jackson biopic, so it should be shunned and removed in case people started using the N-word. Grace is, she has ideas. I like, because like that's her own version of Tourette's, really. It's like she just thinks these incredibly inappropriate things. In the back of her mind, she's like, well, I might go and see the Michael Jackson movie, and now I'll be thinking of the N-word whenever I see him, so you shouldn't show them back to back. Oh, what a terrific girl. Big
Oh,
T for
God.
$1.99. Aunt Jemima's descendants opposed the rebrand too.
Probably because they probably had royalties, honestly.
I'd imagine so.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
so
great
just
way of saving
I'm
money.
sure they lost it. Yeah.
It's just
Crazy.
iconic marketing. Everybody grew up with it. Everybody knows it. Like, why change it? Why is it offensive now? I just don't get it.
It's
We
Aunt
enjoy
Jemima,
like
man.
it's like Apu in The Simpsons. Every character is a stereotype in that show, but Apu is suddenly offensive. Like we just decided he is. Fuck out
It's
of here.
Adi Shankar. He's ruined Apu, and now he's ruined Devil May Cry. And he just keeps raping things because he's Indian. That's what they do.
Velma.
James Busher with a message for Uninspired that I'm going to insist he reads because I mean,
Oh,
All right. Uninspired, le PSG pourrait devoir affronter 3 équipes de Première Ligue ou le Bayern ou le Real Madrid pour atteindre à nouveau la finale de la Ligue des Champions. Est-ce envisageable? Personnellement, je regarde pas énormément le foot, mais je crois que c'est envisageable. Je crois que le prochain match du PSG, c'est en mars par rapport à la Première Ligue. Mais je trouve qu'on a une bonne équipe pour l'instant. Je regarde pas énormément le foot, mais tu sais que je suis à la télé. Je trouve qu'on a une bonne équipe. Après, bon, je crois qu'on a quoi? On a Hakimi, on a encore Dembélé. Donc, je trouve que c'est faisable. Ça va être un peu dur, mais je trouve que c'est faisable dans le long terme. Par contre, je regarde pas énormément le foot, mais je te remercie quand même pour les 10 pounds. Mais ouais, man, moi, je suis beaucoup plus rugby que foot. Mais merci quand même. Yeah, there you go.
bonjour.
Oh, great.
Yeah, bonjour.
Good
Agree
news.
with
Wow.
everything.
There we go. I
Makes me
passed
feel-
French by making my teacher laugh. That's about it. Didn't deserve it.
Oh, man.
I mean, you could have just said all of the racism and the swears in that, and
Everything.
I just
Oh,
wouldn't
wait.
know.
And then demonetized. It's all over now, Platoon. You don't even know they just dropped on you.
Sacre bleu.
David Smart Jr. member for 11 months. I miss you guys. Where you been? We've been everywhere. We've been doing all the things. It's been a busy few weeks. So
We've been.
we have
That's where we've been.
we've been. Big T for $9.99. Those Wolverine game leaks were from like 23, 24, and the original directors are gone. So is it a day one buy? Also, Reaper Deborah Wilson is that bald chick you mentioned. I'm not the only one who's noticed.
Yep. Like, they have got models and made them hideous, and yet every character she plays looks exactly like her. And I hope the Wolverine game, like, I hope Jean Grey doesn't look like his mother, but we did see Spider-Man 2. Like, have you seen Mary Jane? She's got like a fucking athlete's jaw. You could punch her. It's made out of granite. She looks like Peter Parker's mother. It's horrendous. So let's hope it's good. I think Deborah Wilson is in the Wolverine game as well, and I think she's playing like a race swapped character. And of course, she looks like Deborah Wilson instead of the character.
That's going to be weird.
Yeah,
A
well,
race swap character as well. But
you play our game, Deborah, because you're fucking ugly. That's what they must say to her.
William Monroe for $10. So glad you guys are back. Hope YouTube stops screwing Platoon over on the upload soon. Fuck me. Yes. So you know how YouTube just sucks balls every single day?
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
imagine how much more fun I'm having, because for the last 3 to 4 days, it has been taking 10 hours to go through checks.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And it's even worse than that. It's not telling me checking for 10 hours. I upload it. It goes through checks. It says, you're fine. Nothing detected here. 10 hours later, it then says, oh, except for 5,000 things you need to fix. But I don't know what they are for 10 hours, so I can't keep re-uploading. It's been so much fun.
Is it a specific video it's doing this with? Because that
Yes,
sounds like it's
it's
going to be
this-
uniquely, like, it's got to be down to the video that you're making. Not That's not like a consistent problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'll find out if it's a consistent problem with the next time I try and upload something. But this is the Stranger Things Part 2 thing, which has been ready for basically a week at this point. And it went all the way, like, I had Premiere set up and everything. And then 3 hours before it was due to actually go live, just yeeted. And then the last 3 days has just been, 10-hour check period. So as of today, it's ready. I've left it. It's been there for like 14 hours. Nothing's gone wrong. I'm going to hope it's fine. And if it is fine after I finish streaming Resident Evil, I will be scheduling it for tomorrow. So fingers crossed.
The system I've used for a while now that I kind of trust is there's some videos you're paranoid. I'll leave that shit up for like fucking 3 months if I fucking have to, you know? My MCU video, I was not fucker. I left it up for 3 months, and a week before I was about to release it, a bunch of things popped up for copyright. I'm like, how is this even possible? How? But what I normally do now is upload it, leave it overnight, see if anything pops up, and then re-upload another copy of the same thing. So it's got another chance to scan and see things. And if that one's green, then I'll just trust it from there. And that usually works out. Because if it's basically how thorough of a test can I get with under 24 hours? I don't want to wait a week here, right?
Yeah, ideally not. But then I usually end up having to do that for some reason. It's great when you have sponsor deadlines too. They love it.
Ooh, that much. That's stressful to even think about.
Big T for $4.99. It's y'all's 96th episode. That's the point of the dyslexic message. It is? Oh, it is.
96.
Oh.
At this rate,
if you're dyslexic is 69, hence saying nice, nice, nice. I get it now.
At this rate, do you want to like specifically save the trivia thing for 100? It just seems
I reckon we could do that, couldn't we?
Yeah.
That might be a plan.
It kind of fits. It's already made, so we can just, save for that.
Wild Warlock for 10 asses. Intro song lyrics. Welcome to BSUP. Blue-haired, twink, and British or gay. Oh yeah, it's both. We have it all. Black Canadian and the French. We even put up with Northern chavs. La la la. Well, I'll bookmark that.
Okay.
TK Monet the 5th, I think, for $1.99. Cynic, please re-upload episode 95. Fucking re-upload it.
Okay.
Cryo Drake for $10. If you want a true horror movie, go watch the sci-fi movie Aniara. No monsters, and yet it's more horrifying than any slasher movie of recent. Warning, not for the weak of mind. For real, it will be sad.
I think I'm familiar with the poster, but not the movie itself.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
But not the movie. Oh, yeah. I know the poster. I like it because the poster is actually quite interesting. So yeah, that spiked my interest. But thanks for the recommendation. I'll probably check it out. Definitely.
Yeah. Joey Bag of Donuts for $1.99. See you fellas in 3 weeks. Uninspired is a great addition.
Thank you, man.
He is. I like that we said, Uninspired, do you want to join the podcast? Yeah. Is that okay? Now we're going to fuck off for 3 weeks.
Yeah, please. That's a good timing, right? But no, you were on here before I met any of the three of you guys, so I'd see you in the chat, right? So you've predated both of us, so it wasn't any like big transition.
Nah, I mean, I was familiar with BSUP and everything. Like when BSUP first started, I was on with I remember with Andrew and everyone. Even when we had that guy. You remember his mom came in and asked him for bread one time. I remember that too. Yeah, I remember that guy. Man.
Yeah, I was in the chat for time. I always liked how chill you guys were with the podcast. So it's even weird even being on there now still. But
it's great to
technically
be here,
me and Cynic's first interaction was him laughing at a comment I made when I called Bryce Dallas. I'm like, she's a fucking balloon in Argyle. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's literally our first interaction. You highlighting that comment because it's so true. She just puffed up. Like she gained so much weight for those in her most recent films.
I believe, and finally, from the real hostie for $4.99, I had such high hopes for the God of War show based on the casting. You would think I'd learned to temper myself, but I can't help it. Yeah,
man, Hostman. I don't know, man. I think
it's true. It's fair. I'm sorry. It's reality. When people saw the casting for Dunk and Egg, they got excited, as you should be. When they see this, they're not excited. It's just you get what you deserve based on the work that you put in. Casting is sacred. It really, really is. You can make or break the entire thing.
They should have released a screen test instead, just like this show the characters, kind of what they did with Batman. You know what they do with Batman all the time? They just do a little screen test to show you what the person will look like. That's enough. I don't think they should have done more.
Like the comment there, the most recent comment. We can't entirely judge it based on one image. You can't. It's impossible. But you can form an opinion based on one image. It's gonna happen, right? So they have to be aware of that in terms of marketing. Like what is this actually going to do? Like the Dr. Doom thing with Iron Man, I think that was a horrible mistake. Like it's just certain misplays when it comes to marketing. And I think this is one.
That fuck. Easy season for $2 Nadia is going to be fine. Fuck you. We're not doing that again.
Isn't that classic Isn't that the one who did Barbie, Greta Gerwig, and she says we're
Yeah.
changing the story.
She did, yes. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not
Oh,
going to be
God.
like your granddad's Narnia. We've got our own interpretation, a modern interpretation. That though does wrap it for the show. We shall see you later, but after we will find out first who is doing what and when and where. So, Uninspired, what is coming up with you?
Yeah, still working on the Hulk video. I actually had to take a big break in February due to some family stuff, so I wasn't able to edit or anything. However, I have finally restarted editing, and I have 2 weeks free. So starting today, I was editing all day. I've got about 15 minutes already edited, so hopefully it's out before the 16th. That's my hard deadline. So you guys are definitely going to get it before then, unless Universal decides to, platoon me and fucking copyright everything.
Well, good luck for that, but we await it eagerly. Sty Games for $5 this weekend. Minecraft PS3 edition and Pocket edition got leaked online, and it took only a few minutes to get both fully playable on PC. I guess
PC is the best, man. I'm telling you.
Surprised not asking you about the Xbox again.
Yeah, don't encourage them. See, I am the last Super Chat, says Sty Games. You're probably not, because I hate you people. Reaper, what's coming up for you?
I've still got to do my Fallout ones. I still haven't finished because they're like 25 minutes, which isn't a lot, but it's a lot for me. So I'll just finish them and then probably do Scream or maybe One Piece because that comes out in a week.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, nice. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'll watch that definitely.
Netflix season 2. Get ready.
I'm a huge One Piece fan, man. So,
Sly Games, give Lord of Ring Xbox. No. Going back of donuts. I'm the last Super Chat now. You're not. No, I am. I win. See, these fucking, quickly,
Brooks,
Jedi. What are you doing?
Up? Yeah.
Check out my Starfleet video. Star Trek is in fucking shambles. It's embarrassing. I also made a video on race swapping, like the merits of how to do it right, and basically how people interpret diversity casting at this point. It's touching on something like the Joan of Arc stuff, the Lupita Nyong'o potentially being Helen of Troy, just touching on that a little bit. And also probably me and Reaper, if you want to check that out, would be the probably cover the Rousey Corona fight, or at least the Netflix ones. We did the Jake Paul.
Yeah.
The Jake Paul one, but if the timing matches up, probably check that one out too, because there's so much to discuss when it comes to those things. There's such a huge history between those two. It's actually interesting, and even if you're not a fight fan, it's just their stories are really interesting, and this clash is fucking bizarre. But I'll be checking it out anyway, so figure that out.
Sly Games, no me. Decepticon Mighty, it was me, Barry. I was the last Super Chat. Cynic, what is coming up for you?
It's me.
I'm going to do a Scream 7 review. Platoon, what are you up to?
Yeah.
I am releasing hopefully Stranger Things 5 Part 2 tomorrow, but now I'm off to stream Resident Evil Requiem, if I'm ever allowed to leave. It's me. I am win.
One more.
Sliding in just to win Iron Bile. Right, that's does it for the show. Thank you all for coming back. I win Lord of Ring Xbox next. It's good to see you again. Always fun hanging out with you. Thank you to the panel. I'm hitting the end stream button now. I can't abort it, so if you send the super chat in after now, then we won't get it. So stop spending money. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Peace out.
Bye.